Alrighty, welcome to Drunk Emblem, where we play strategy games and punch ourselves with alcohol when we make mistakes. Um,
And and hello as well. My name's Vimbert. I'm also live here with my good friend Drunk Emblem.
get drunker by the emblem.
Every single emblem in
Oh yeah.
existence.
By the way, don't let me forget the shout out. Today's episode is brought to you by Walter Station Brewery's Hazing Arizona, a wonderful hazy IPA brewed here in Phoenix. 6.6% alcohol, mosaic and citra hops. Delightful.
Nice. I swear they need to start sponsoring you. Well, uh,
It's so good.
not at all peer pressured by you. I am also having a beer. I don't always drink when I stream, but I'm having an oatmeal milk stout from Finkel and Garf. It's
Oh,
only,
yum.
yeah, it's only 5.5%, but I work a 9 to 5, so
Very good.
have to restrain myself a bit.
So today we are beginning a competitive stream of a game I've been playing for over 20 years, probably closer to 25 years, since I was a little kid on Sega Genesis called Shining Force 2. Um, Go ahead.
Yeah, I am a little bit less familiar with this one. It was you who introduced me to this. Um, we're kind of adapting. So, well, I guess it has been done before for this game, but we're doing a draft where we limit ourselves. Usually you can just go wide open, whoever you want. No, we're having to pick and choose who we got to use.
Yeah, by the end of the game, actually by the early mid game, um, typically in a playthrough of this game, you're allowed 12 characters in every battle, uh, with a roster of just under 30. I think it's 28 or 29 playable characters.
Sounds right.
Um, but since we are drafting and drafting with a third non-human player, our favorite guest, Rando Calrissian,
That
each of
wacky
us is
rando.
only going to end up with 9 to 10 characters. So we're going to see how that goes. We're going to randomly select an order of who picks first, and then draft in a snake order, one by one, characters from the whole roster of playables. Rules for who's playable when. There are exceptions for the beginning of the game, just to make sure we can get through the beginning of the game,
Yeah,
to allow for a few undrafted units for the first 8 chapters or so, or 8 battles, excuse me. And then after that, the gloves kind of come off, and we've got to stand on our own 2 legs. Um,
hmm
and yeah, if you're ready to roll those dice and see who goes first, let's get after it.
Yeah, if you're in my chat, there is a bot command, which should be on the screen, where you can view the whole rules. I've got the basic ones up there, but yeah, it's about like he said. Roll a d100 to determine who goes, or which you thinking?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, doesn't matter to me.
I have got a 56.
That's for you.
That's for me.
Very good. And now roll for me.
98, my friend.
Hey,
Ah,
emblems going first.
oh boy. All right.
All right, how about for Rando?
Okay, if that would have been a 99, I would have just ended the stream. Rando is rocking that big 9.
Okay. So Rando is third. All right. You
But
know what
that's
though?
not.
Honestly,
Yeah,
in a
that's not
snake
the worst
draft,
for him.
in a snake draft, I would vastly prefer to go last rather than first, just so you get that first double pick.
The first double pick is big, but with
It's
Rando
it's it's
not
sweet.
being intelligent,
It's real sweet.
he won't be able to take advantage. That said, I really didn't want to go third because there is a character I very much want to get. I don't know if I'll be able to grab them, but
Very good.
yeah.
Okay, well, with first pick, I'm gonna go ahead and take the best character in the game, Karna.
Understandable, understandable. That's about what I figured. I am actually going to go for Sarah for those early heals.
Great choice.
Yep.
Very good. Okay, now we need twice 2 D100 rolls from Rando. One to choose which group he's picking from, and then one to choose which unit he's picking.
Right. Rando has rolled 11, so I believe he's picking from the first set of
That's
units.
going to be one from Grands. Very good.
And for the unit choice, he has rolled a 24. For full transparency, I just have like rolladie.net pulled up, so we don't have to like actually roll dice. Just have it move along a little quicker here.
All right, real quick. Pull up my calculadora.
No, we did not program a bot to intelligently pick based on our choices. Strictly
No,
dice rolls. We want to be competing against a dumb opponent.
we're doing this in a pretty stupid way. All right.
But we've done it before. We played with old Rando. We didn't stream this because it was before either of us started streaming, but we did this with a Fire Emblem game, and Rando had some interesting picks. Interesting.
Right.
That said, I'm a little afraid who he's going to grab from the early recruits.
All right. Less than 1/4. That's going to be Chester.
Chester. He's the first centaur, right?
The
Yes.
first centaur. So Rando gets Chester, which is a pretty important pick.
Yeah, I hate that.
All right.
And now, because of Snake Order, Rando gets to pick again before the order reverses.
Right.
So, Rando has rolled a 94. He's picking from the end of the game now.
Okay. Picking from the last bit of the game. And real quick, I have a simpler way to do this. For his second roll, instead of rolling a percentile, let's just roll based on how many characters are remaining. I guess this one's easy because there's only 5 of them, so a percentile is fine.
Okay. Yeah, I can adjust on the fly. You're the one keeping track of that.
For sure.
He has rolled a 7 on a D100.
Okay, so Rando is going to take Sheila.
Fuck. I hate this.
Wow.
Oh, this is bad.
Yeah, Sheila's really good.
Sheila's very good.
He comes pretty late, but yeah, I would have liked to have her for sure. That's
Same.
All right.
Okay, pick is back to me then.
Back to you, my friend.
Damn, I wasn't expecting them both to still be open. I guess I will pick up Jaha.
Thank God. Okay. He's a really good pick.
Yeah. But it leaves you Slade open. I know you love Slade.
He was for sure who I was going to take both if they were both still open. But yes, 1,000,000% I'm taking Slade.
Yep. I would not dream of taking your favorite character away from you.
Yeah, we'll take Slade as my second pick. And then... Wow,
Yeah, not how I was expecting things to look.
I have to go with Kazin. Because I took Karna, I can't take Kyron. I will take Kazin.
Okay.
So that I have an actual possible relevant sorcerer character.
Fair enough. Boy. Sorry, having to think a bit. I think I'm definitely going to regret this because I'm hesitating so much. I'm going to grab Rick, I think.
Oh, that's not a regret. Rick is a great choice. Okay, Vimbert takes Rick. Alrighty. With there only being one Grant's character left, I think we have to default Kiwi to Rando. Thank God.
Oh no. So is that we just giving him that pick for
or we can wait for his roll to come up. I suppose it makes more sense for him to roll first.
Yeah. I mean, a guaranteed waste of one of his picks. But yeah. You're probably right.
It's going to be there at some point. You and I both know we're not picking Kiwi.
Nah.
R.I.P. Tort.
Okay.
Yeah, let's roll a D100 for Rando. Let's see
he has rolled a 100, so he's again going for that late game snag.
Going for the last sector. Okay. There's only 4 characters left for him to choose from, so roll another. Oh no, there's only 3. I forgot about Lemon. Lemon being auto included. So yeah, he can only grab Zinc, Claude, or Chaz at this point.
Should I just do a d6 and we like cut it in half, if need
That's
be?
perfectly fine.
Okay, he has rolled a 2, so that'd be the first character.
2 is going to take Zinc.
Okay, Zinc is the robot?
The robot.
Yes.
Yeah. Really cool character.
Yeah.
I wish he got a little more screen time. He's really fun to use, but like Claude, he only has 4 movement, so he basically requires that running pimento or running ring to be viable at all. He's extremely slow, but he's dense, he's got an extremely high defense, and he packs a wallop.
He thick. Okay, Rando for his second pick has rolled a 70 on a D100.
Okay, now he's done with the second section, so that's going... Actually, that's going to be... He's picking a Creed's Mansion character currently, of which there are 3 remaining.
Oh, okay.
So, a 1 to 33 gets him Eric, a 34 to 66 gets him Randolph, and above a 66 gets him Tyron.
I hate that because he rolled an 87, so he has Tyron.
That's Tyron. You love centaurs.
I kind of do, but oh, damn it.
Unfortunate. I for sure thought we were going to get away with both of those, though.
Yeah, I did too.
That's okay. What this means for you is you have your choice of either the best gladiator or the best paladin or Pegasus Knight, if you choose to promote him that way.
True.
In the game, pretty much. And you don't even have to spend that pick because now we can.
He's guaranteed. They're protected at this point. That can just be my final pick.
That's actually like a back burner power move for you. You don't have to spend your creed pick until the very last round.
True.
That's fucking amazing.
Okay, so with this team so far, maybe I actually. Sorry, my entire plan has been thrown into chaos here.
That's what happens when you draft, bro.
Yep, it's true. I think I'm going to take my boy Road.
Oh, solid. Okay.
Give me them guns.
Let's have a look at what I'm missing. I got my boy Slade. I'm very happy about that. Actually, I got the 2 units I wanted most. Slade and the rest of this is a write-off. It's free real estate.
Yeah, you've got just with those 3, you've got a solid team. It almost doesn't matter who you end up with. So you're picking Kiwi, right?
The only thing about this that kind of sucks is I no longer get an unpromoted centaur. Makes things interesting.
That's true.
It's not that big of a deal, but it's just kind of a stinker, you know.
Yeah.
That being said, I am going to take Geralt.
Very nice.
Or Geralt. Geralt of Rivia.
Winds howling.
And May. I'm going to take May, despite how fragile she is.
Legit.
She's always been one of my favorite characters. She's got such a cute sprite, and her attack power. She kind of needs the power ring early in the game. But she ends up being extremely useful if you can keep her protected. And she's just cool. She's a good character.
Yeah, legit. Out of these options,
I can't believe I'm gonna end up picking fucking Higgins.
Dude, I was thinking about Higgins. I was tempted by Higgins.
I mean, that mustache.
Right? It's almost as powerful as Lemon's chin. Almost.
Almost.
Let me grab Freja, I think.
Great pick.
Yep. Like, no disrespect to Sarah, but I need a healer who's really good at healing.
Alrighty. So, because Rando has picked 2 endgame characters and his creed, he really only has 3 sections left to choose from. So his sections are now being determined by thirds.
D6 it is.
Sure.
He has rolled a 5, so latest section available to him. That's North Parmesia?
Yep. That's going to be North Parmesia, yep.
How many characters do we have left from there? We have
6.
5?
Janet, Higgins. Oh, sorry, not Janet.
Higgins, Screech.
5. Higgins, Taya, Screech, Jaro, and Gaia.
Okay. Well, this website does have an option for a D5 roll, so...
Sure.
That is coming up with a 4. That would be Jaro?
That's gonna be Jaro.
Alrighty then. Oh god, what is your sprite? Okay. Okay, second pick. He's picked a 2, so...
South Parmesia.
South Parmesia, yes.
Group 2. The only characters left for him to pick are Luke and Elric and Janet.
Okay. Alright. Let's go with another D6 then.
God. Let's hope he rolls high.
He has rolled a 6, so he has chosen
Thank
Janet.
Alright.
Oh. Thank you, Based Rando.
That's great pizza.
You chose the waifu. I respect that. I respect that from our RNG competitor. I feel like I could use more beef. So clearly I need a bird. Geralt is out. Oh, but I'm forgetting about my Creed pick. Right.
Yeah, but you still don't have to make it.
yeah. I'm just like, I'm thinking
That's
like the ones that are left
you.
are not including the Creed, but...
Oh, sure.
I think I will take Claude.
Great.
That Rocky Golem boy.
You don't get him till quite late, but he's so great. Alright, Vimbert takes Claude, the Golem, which leaves me with a few options that I'm not super jazzed about.
We're kind of getting down there. It's kind of like, who's left?
Yeah, it's do I want every traditional class, or do I want the utility of a second flyer, even though he kind of sucks?
Right.
I'm gonna take Higgins.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Pre-promotes aren't my favorite, but Higgins is alright. And now, for me, it's kind of a toss-up between Luke
Gross.
and Guyan.
Yeah.
Guyan is good. He's not as good as Jaha will be by that time in the game. I usually use Jaha all the way through. But he serves, and his defense stat is great. He's a gladiator, not a baron. I mean, I guess my prospects of getting a baron at this point are already gone. Luke, you get earlier, so I have that utility. He could be very useful during the chess fight and a couple of other maps that have wonky layouts. But pretty much if I don't take Guyan right now, I'm not getting a dwarf. I'm not getting an axe user at Decisions.
Kiwi's right there.
He sure is, but he's betrothed to Rando.
This is truth.
Oh, man. Of course, there's also Screech.
There is Screech.
The secret bird who you have to, like, go through a bunch of shit to get, and he's worse than Luke.
A pre-promote flyer. Oh, boy.
Dude, Oh man. I'm gonna take Luke.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna forgo
Bold.
the dwarf. Uh,
All right. Well, if you're gonna just leave him for me, I'll take Guyan.
Absolutely. Kind of be dumb not to.
Yep.
All right.
I'll roll 2 dwarves all day.
Rando now needs to roll.
Does he only have?
Yeah, if he rolls a 1, it's if he rolls on a d6, if he rolls a 1 or a 2, it's Kiwi. If he rolls a 3 or a 4, excuse me, it's Elric. And if he rolls a 5 or a 6, he has to toss up between Taya and Screech.
Got it. He he has rolled a 1. Rando has chosen Kiwi.
Rando chooses Kiwi. All right.
Beautiful.
Now it's down to 50s. A 3 or below gets him Elric. 4 or above, he tosses up between Taya and Kiwi. Taya and Screech, excuse me.
He is tossing up between those two.
All right, roll it again.
On a d6, that's another 4.
He takes Screech.
Good. He's welcome to him.
God, I want to try a playthrough with his party. Oh my god, it's terrible.
It's awful. It's the worst. But like, if he can survive till late game, like having Sheila and Zinc, might not be the worst. But man, it would be suffering.
Dude, until Creed's Mansion, he only gets Bowie, Chester, and Kiwi.
Yeah, never mind. That sounds awful.
This is ludicrous. So you've got a choice between Elric, Taya, and Chaz, my friend, and one of those characters that you don't select is going to fall off.
Oh, yeah, because we have... Right, this is my second to last pick, so I can just save my Creed for last.
Yeah.
I will go for the mustache and choose Chaz.
Oh, he's so good. That's a good choice. God, and I have such a big boner for sorcerers and casters in this game. I love them all. They're so fucking cool. But I'm going to take Elric.
Oof.
You get him earlier, and he can make use of the silver tank and promote to brass gunner. I don't think I've ever run 2 sniper characters in a playthrough, so this should be very interesting. I would not have predicted out of this cast that Taya ends up being the undrafted character. That is a shock.
Right? I am... My only magic user is going to be Chaz, which is a little... Well, I guess Bowie. Bowie gets spells. Oh, wait.
Well, and Sarah. Sarah uses Blast. Freyja gets Blast.
Oh, okay. Right. I forgot about Blast. We have one
It's kind of a crap spell, but it's great for chip damage.
Or wait, was that our last pick? Because it would pick one of my Creeds instead of Chaz, actually.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I think that is our last pick, right?
Well, it's either that's our last pick, or you get your Creed and I get Taya, is how that works.
I thought we had thought this draft format through, but apparently not.
Me too, but I don't think things through. Have we met?
It's true.
All right, hold on. Go back to your last pick. Pretend.
Okay, so we're at my last pick. We have the 2 Creeds, Chaz, Elric, and Taya open.
Yeah, if we're going to end with an equal number of draft picks. No, you know what? No, it doesn't matter. Take Chaz.
Okay.
I take Elric. I take Taya.
Oh, and Rando just pulls...
You take your Creed pick, and Rando takes the last Creed pick.
Okay. God, it is tempting to have 3 dwarves. It is incredibly tempting to have 3 dwarves.
It would be so rad.
Oh,
it'd be so rad.
But I really want a second centaur.
Yeah, it's probably a better format.
I'm taking Eric.
Yeah, it's a great choice. He's so good. Definitely do it. All right, so Rando gets Randolph.
Yup. Rando
Okay,
Randolph.
so I was mistaken. At Endgame, we actually all will have 12 characters for the final battles.
Perfect.
I wasn't counting the universal picks. I completely left them out. So that actually is pretty cool and works super nicely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you want to get this shit going or what?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. All right.
Let's see.
Beginning
This
file.
over here.
What should I call you? Drunk. You should call me drunk.
Okay,
Hard.
your
14.
your gameplay is showing. Good.
Good. Good luck. You have no time to waste.
Oh, am I hitting the wrong button? Yeah.
No. I don't want that.
You should call me. And this is actually, I teased this in some of the things I sent out. This is where the name Vimbert came from for me. I was playing this in college.
Oh my god, that's right!
Yep, you were there, and I know the first Shining Force game really well, and the main character in that is like kind of a more like manly man looking dude, and I was looking at just this face, and I was like, God, he looks so punchable. I feel like I'm already let down, and I was like, yeah, he gets better, but I was like, what can I call this kid? And eventually, I was just thinking, I was like, Vimbert.
Such a good name.
Oh, shit. I think I accidentally hit easy. Hang on.
Well, time to delete that.
Yep. How do I reset on this stupid...
Yeah, that bit's tough. I don't know. It's not the most user-friendly,
yeah.
emulator inside an emulator.
Yeah, it really is, but I mean, at least it's playing it legal. I was just trying to get through her initial dialogue. Okay. With less failure this time, let's clear the menu screen, shall we?
I am capturing your audio.
Oh, tab into the Discord and hit the little mute. Like, do you have it popped out? Hello? We may be having technical difficulties.
No, we're fine. I muted me, not you.
Oh, that was what I was like, wait a minute. I should have maybe been more specific. Okay, I have no time to waste.
Alright. I am back on. I have muted your window.
Cool. There's less jank. Okay, those both bring up the window. Okay.
Good, but there we go. Okay.
You know, it's actually fitting, because I think the last time I played this I was also using a Xbox controller.
Button layout's going to take me some getting used to, but
yeah,
we go to school.
Oh, that's right.
Don't
we go to school.
To search the jar in the basement with Zerastral to find a medical herb. These medical herbs will be very important in the first battle, since we only have 2 egresses for the first 8 battles. You do not want to waste one on the first battle.
Right. Yeah, that would be a pretty big failing.
Yeah, pretty dumb. Legend of Max. What a nice callback.
Heh. Right?
Drunk. Investigating the bookshelves. A book. Be good.
I have forgotten where the school is. Perhaps it is Vimbert who is drunk.
Oh, just past the church.
Oh, okay. I was, like, right there. Those who have watched me for any length of time know that I have basically no sense of direction.
Vimbert is bad with north, south, east, west, despite that being the simplest form of navigation possible, even in 2 dimensions.
I'm like,
It's
wait,
useless.
how does this work again?
Install Shining Force 2 Google Maps.exe.
God, can we? What up, Sir Astral? I have big respect for Nova, but Sir Astral's probably cooler.
Oh, he's so good. Oh,
I mean,
my
look
boy
at his
Nova,
beard.
yeah.
I'm gonna be talking a lot about the first Shining Force. I told you this, but when we were talking before we set this up, but just a warning to everyone watching along. It's a game I know more.
Vimbert likes Shining Force 1.
Yep.
Emblem likes Shining Force 2.
I also like Shining Force 2, just I played Shining Force 1 like 9 times through as a kid.
Exactly.
Literally my introduction to strategy RPGs.
Yeah, same for me.
I was like used to playing Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy, and I was like, wait, I can see the enemy HP? I have to move around the... what? What is this?
Yeah, shortly after playing through this one, we rented Final Fantasy Tactics.
Oh.
Like, over and over and over. I'll go ahead and make a quick save.
Probably smart.
And then, in the interest of fairness and just generally good practice, there is a treasure room northwest of the castle. Right when you get in, don't go straight in.
Don't go straight into the treasure room or straight into the castle?
To the castle.
Okay.
There's a room with 3 treasure boxes. I believe it's an antidote, an angel wing, and another medical herb.
Ooh.
Yeah, as soon as you get in the castle, just go up and left.
Okay. Nice. They,
And that way you can kind of spread those out. We're gonna go ahead and give that to Chester. Welcome to my 3 viewers. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're doing a competitive draft race with Vimbert.
yeah!
It Vimbert.
Hello!
Shining Force 2, one of my very good friends, and one of my very favorite games since I was a boy, a lad, a wee one.
Yeah, I have less history with this game, but I also enjoy it quite a lot. I more know the first game, as I've said, but...
Alright, let's see, we're gonna toss...
Oh, Angel Wings were limiting just, like, egresses, right? Like, if I use one, it's treated as having egress?
Correct.
Okay.
Doesn't matter which one you use. Angel Wings can be super useful because they're not expensive. And
Right.
as soon as Bowie learns Bolt, you might want that valuable 8 NP for him to cast Bolt once per battle.
Bolt is pretty good.
Yeah, it certainly can be, especially once you get 2 and it becomes the bigger grid. For
Oh,
targeting.
yeah.
Alright, we don't need to go that way.
I'm gonna assume I just... No, I do not YOLO into the throne room? Okay.
I wasn't watching. Did you get the treasures?
I did. I grabbed them.
Yeah, you YOLO right into the throne room. There's
Okay.
nothing here for us right now. Oh yeah,
Now-
Rauschenbach.
Oh yeah, we're about to meet the evil Spillet, aren't we? I wonder if that typo is corrected in this version.
No, we're gonna meet the evil Gizmo. The evil Spillet comes much later. But
Ah.
it absolutely is part of the game.
Okay.
There's a couple in this translation back in the early 90s when nobody gave a fuck about paying translators. Yeah, Evil Spillet is a classic, and then there's this interaction between a greater and a lesser devil, Camila and Geshp, and the whole time they're kind of like conspiring against each other. And Camila goes, "Oh, I get it, Geshp. You want me to be die."
Classic.
It's so good.
He would like to welcome her to die.
Welcome to die.
Yes, I am ready, Sir Astral.
My body is ready.
I don't actually know if I'm ready. Do we really go into the first battle with just these three?
Yup.
Oh! Damn. Shining Force 1, they're like, hey, here's like 6 dudes, alright, go do your first combat.
Yeah, here's 6 dudes, and 5 of them suck.
Yeah! 5
That
of them
was-
suck, and then there's Luke.
That was a funny one for me. Oh, right. Shining Force 1 has a Luke that's actually fucking great.
Yeah!
This one has a Luke that is not great.
Oh yeah, isn't there like a secret item behind the tower or something?
Yeah, but I don't think you can get it this early. That's when you
Oh.
come back. It's the evil lance.
Ah, okay. Well, cursed item, probably wouldn't want it anyway.
Extremely high power, but yeah, it does inflict curse.
Curse we do not want when we're being graded on survival of units, I'd say.
Yeah, that was so funny. I played this game so many times as a kid. Got through it, and then so I finally played Shining Force 1 with you when we were in college, and I was shocked at the fact that, like, you go to the first battle, you have 6 units, and it is super easy for them to die.
Oh yeah! They can
That
just
first
fall
battle-
over instantly.
That first battle hurts.
That first battle really hurts. An evil
Yeah,
gizmo. And, and they let you almost immediately pick up a second healer, too, in Gong. I mean, he's real bad.
Oh, that's right.
Also, you're only
Yeah,
Master Monk, and he made me assume that Master Monks would be terrible in this game. Well, surprise. They're amazing.
That's class in the game.
They're real good. Let's see. How do I see? I'm using.
There you go.
Okay, there we go. Movement 5. Okay.
You
Just
did
want to
it.
make sure I don't get mobbed here.
Yeah, if you do it smart, you can lure them out one by one.
That is probably
Or 2 by 2. You're fine with 2.
yeah.
Any more than that, it might start to hurt a little bit.
Yeah, it would be real embarrassing to have a KO on the first battle.
Well, the very first attack, it dodged. So
Nice. Off to a good start. This is what we like
It-
to hear.
it dodged twice.
Oh no!
So we're off to a start.
It's a start. Let's see, Bowie starts off pretty squishy, doesn't he?
He's like the least among the 3, but yes.
Oh, okay. We got one gizmo trying to roll up on us. Okay.
Oh, I've got one rolling up on me. He's hit me twice, actually.
Oh no.
Yeah. I'm at
Damn it.
6 HP. It's not great. Oh no, I'm at 5 HP.
How do I...
If I take an unlucky crit here, I'm dead.
Oh dear.
I'm gonna move out of harm's way real quick.
Oh no!
I don't want me to be die.
You do not want to be die?
We're gonna take quick.
Okay, I
heal
just
here.
did this
Okay.
like 5 seconds ago. How do I pull up the enemy stats when I'm looking around the map?
Press the B button, whatever equivalent to B button, to bring up the cursor,
Okay, yeah.
and then whatever your A button is to bring up their screen. Or you can press the C button while hovering over to just get their life bar and MP and land effect.
Okay, that's the... I do not remember which button is C.
On my Xbox controller, B is C.
Okay. Oh, the red gizmo is not a combatant. Okay, that's
Yeah,
what was
no.
throwing me off. Oh my god, I was
Yeah.
like, am I losing my mind? What am I doing wrong here?
Yeah, he is a non-combatant.
Okay. I was like,
He's
I want to
just
make...
in the script.
Right, do this land
Dude.
effect move.
Dodged and countered. What is happening?
Oh no.
Bowie can't land a hit, dude.
Oof.
I'm trying to set up these kills for him, I guess is what I should be doing, since I'm not going to be keeping Chester or Sarah, since I didn't draft either of them.
Chester, you don't one-shot these things, right? You don't. Good.
No, he does like 2.
Yeah. That sounds like early game Centaur maneuvers to me.
Okay, Bowie kills a Gizmo. Thank all the gods there are.
Let's immediately start farming some XP up on old Sarah. Ah, Sarah. You'll become so okay, that's 2 at once. Okay. Oh, okay. Chester only takes 2 damage from these guys. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. So, thankfully enough, the hard difficulty only improves the AI. It doesn't actually boost their damage or anything.
Oh, okay.
So, we're relatively safe-ish.
Alright, first attack, Vimbert. Take it down. Ah, and Gizmo dodged.
Yeah. I'm getting a lot of those.
Yeah, this is about the Bowie I remember.
Crap. Are you having an Elowood experience?
Maybe. Oh god, a third one is on. Okay.
Oh, shit. Yeah, oh, no. I'm about
Please
to
connect.
Okay.
Okay. There we go.
gotta back off here.
One down.
I am gonna use a medical alert. Not my favorite result in Battle 1. You only get 1 XP.
Now,
But I need to back off, so these things back off.
yeah, I'm about to get mobbed here myself. Come to think of it.
Oh, nope, they're swarming. It's cool. It's good. It's great. We love it. Second attack. Stop it with the second attack.
Oh god, you ate a double?
Owie hurt.
Yeah, let's play it safe. Medical herbs are like 10 coins. Who cares?
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't need to go full banker on this game just yet.
Right.
Thank you for going for Chester and not Bowie. Oh god. That could have been really bad.
Base stats Sarah does more damage than Chester.
Oh no, heavy attack. Oh, that's bad. Vimbert, please have a move. You have a move. Good.
Heavy attack bad. Heavy attack no likey.
Heavy attack real bad.
Drunk kills a second Gizmo. We'd love to see it, folks.
Gonna have to medical herb.
Spinach herb?
The dreaded spinach herb.
Unfortunately...
That is at full health, so I'd be setting up... I also don't want to expose Sarah.
Okay, Sarah, thankfully...
Yeah, let's assume turtle tactics. Yes! Good dodge, Chester. Thank you.
Nice. Oh, Sarah gets 15 XP on the heal. That's nice. Okay, I now have 3 Gizmos attacking me, and that's too many Gizmos.
That is far too many gizmos. No, I gotta heal here. Be smart, me. Wait, no, he's only damaged by 2. Sarah, send him to horny jail.
Come on, bro. You got this.
Bonk.
Look at this guy. He's a pushover.
Oh my god, she does 4 damage? She's hitting stronger than Vimbert.
Ouch. Okay. Chester, you gotta deal with this guy. Shit. Before here he goes killing again. Okay. Chester
Killing
kills.
you, guy.
Killing you, guy.
Okay, Vimbert is now surrounded and is dead in 2 more attacks. That's very bad.
Safety and medical herb, unless you can kill, is my advice.
I cannot currently kill, so... This is way more medical herbs than I wanted to use in the first fight.
Well, thankfully they are only 10G, and
Yeah.
the shop is open as soon as this battle's over.
Good.
Alright, Sarah's taking some wax. My Sarah's out of FP. She's healed 3 times already. Oh, and my stupid ass blocked her. I blocked Bowie out of hitting these guys.
Oh. I think I set up for the Gizmo kill and I had Sarah send that guy to horny jail on her turn.
There you go.
Chester, please hang on, buddy.
Oh, no.
You have relatively good defense.
These guys are gangbanging Sarah. Thankfully, oh, she dodged. Pro strats.
Critical hit from Sarah. Beautiful. This is why you're going to be a master monk.
What's up? 2 HP off the bat. We love that.
Okay, Vimbert eats a crit. Okay.
Ow. Not your favorite thing.
Yeah, not ideal, but I can attack this other one before it gets another hit. And Vimbert crits.
Sarah out here bonking dudes for 4 damage. I love that.
I know, right?
That's funny.
She's out of control.
Right. I made it through.
Okay. I'm pretty safe. There's only 2 of them left at this point. And, let's see. Vimbert's at 8 and takes 3 per hit. Chester's at 5 and takes 2. Well, wait, can I kill this one with Sarah?
You want to make sure you're using all her MP every battle if you can.
Yeah, that's true.
As soon as she hits, whenever she gets 30 MP, you have a guaranteed level up every battle.
Beautiful.
You're getting more and more and more HP because she'll get minimum 10 HP, 10 XP, excuse me, per heal. Heal one only costs 3, right? So, yeah. Just make sure you're using all her MP every battle.
Yep.
And you'll be gold.
That dodge is really bad.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah, it's not great, and Sarah can't get to him, but...
Oh, buddy. Can she go killing again?
Yes, she can go killing again. That is the only smart option remaining to me. And I might have to use Sarah to shield Vimbert. Or wait, does Chester have an herb left on him? That might be the play. No, he has an antidote.
Owie.
Please give Vimbert a turn before the gizmo. Dodge!
Oh, buddy.
That's real embarrassing.
Hey, it's a -5 this time.
Yup. Oh,
But it's
God.
free XP.
Yeah, free XP, cool. So I can just take the -5 for the KO and just accept the gold halved, right? Rather than using an egress? Is that how we're letting this work?
Technically, we should be restarting on a death because of how it will affect gold throughout. But this early, I mean, like, the gold amount is so insignificant.
Yeah.
I'm cool with you taking it.
Okay. Cool, on the back foot already. Alright.
Oh, there's only one way to go.
To the moon. Alright, where's that item shop? I used up all my medical herbs like an idiot.
Oh, it's not open until you beat the battle.
I guess I do load my save then.
Yeah, you may just want to restart.
Yep.
And take the -5.
All
Those
things-
will be necessary.
All things being equal, yep.
Yep.
Oh, that's only the loads for the quick saves you use with the... Okay. Well, whatever. Functionally the same. I'll get back to the battle quick.
Yeah, no problem.
I figured I was going to be behind you in gameplay anyway, just because you know this game better.
Yeah, for sure.
Do they ever explain the witch? I forget. It's like
They
on
do,
the title
at the
screen?
very end of the game. You get
Oh!
a little exposition on her, which is super cool.
Yeah.
Because even if they didn't, it's a pretty cool little intro screen, and I like it a lot.
Whoop. Do not pass the wooden rod.
Let me update my score tracker here.
And it is 6 points for a battle won, yes?
6 points per battle completed. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, we will have Vimbert carry a full complement of medical herbs.
Don't worry about Astral. If he dies, he was old anyway. God damn it, I love this game.
The Gizmo just possesses him, and, you know, we just don't have an advisor for the game. It's fine.
Yeah,
We'll live.
it's fine.
It's all good.
Advisor? What kind of jerk uses it? Advisor?
What if this is the play, and I just repeatedly die here No. My Sarah can become so powerful.
Wow, that certainly would be a strat.
Not a good strat, but like a strat. Oh, wait. Right. I haven't talked to Sir Astral yet. Because I've
you
never
can't do that.
done this battle before.
Sir Astral, we are counting on you. Isn't that the guy you just said you didn't care if he lived or died? Like, what kind of kingdom are we running here?
I mean, all the kingdoms in the Shining World are pretty incompetent.
Yeah, that's true, dude. Oh, man.
I mean, I would have said that, like, Runefaust from the first Shining Force game is competent, but then the GBA remake came out, and they make them look real dumb.
I mean, come on. One of their biggest threats is a dude called the Balbazak.
Ah, the Balbazak. Why can't he be playable?
Oh, no shit. I mean, I'm sure we could hack it, or it has been already.
Yeah, I was reading a bit about a randomizer for the first Shining Force game, and I was like, ooh, I would like to try that at some point.
Yeah, I would be a big fan of that. Let's see.
Why wouldn't you want to involve us, Sir Astral? It's not like we're going to go and get killed. Haha.
Well, not we, plural, just me, the main character.
I keep deploying Bowie like he's Max, and that is not the way to do it. Because I feel like Max is fairly invincible from the start of the first game, and he's only really squishy right after you promote him, unless you've grinded him a lot.
Alright, let's see.
I mean, you know, they have to make up for all your starting characters being pretty bad.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, and what did we say? Bowie through Kazin are free until Battle 8, the first battle after you land on Parmesia? Is that
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. But not Slade and Kiwi. Okay.
Oh, Slade is... Really?
Slade is not free. Slade and Kiwi are not free. It's just
Oh.
Bowie, Sarah, Chester, Jaha, and Kazin.
Interesting.
Battle
Okay.
on the first island.
I never get to use Slade. Alright.
Yeah,
So it goes.
and I'm gonna go ahead and just not recruit Kiwi.
What? How could you?
So that he doesn't show up on my battle screen.
That is probably smart.
Yeah, sorry, bud.
Are you?
Nope.
Okay. Once more with less failure this time.
Oh, hello, Mom. I'm doing the laundry. Okay. Cool. Alright, one battle down, 0 deaths. Let's look at... This is so fucked up. You got this little, like, prison where Kiwi is toddling around with a couple of wolfmen.
Yep.
And it's clearly like an animal shelter slash zoo, whatever's going on here.
Oh, yeah.
And then later on you meet like a city of wolfmen who are sentient free beings, and you're like, What the fuck? Like, it's the whole Mickey with Pluto and Goofy argument. Like,
Yeah.
Mickey's a mouse, and Minnie's a mouse, and Donald's a duck, and Goofy's a dog, and Pluto's a dog. So, not making light of it.
The Shining World is weird.
Is Mickey keeping a handicapped dude as a pet? Like, is that what we're doing with these wolfmen? What is
it? Perhaps. Ooh, maybe I have Sarah get the first kill? Yeah, that's pretty safe and saves me from an attack where I don't... Yeah! Send him to horny jail, girl.
I don't think I need any spinach herbs. I certainly don't need any healing seeds. Nobody even has 20 health.
Yeah.
Needing to heal for 20 health.
Healing seeds are a little prohibitively expensive at the moment anyway, aren't they?
For sure. Yeah, 200 apiece. It goes from medical herbs which heal 10 for 10 gold to healing seeds which heal 20 for 200 gold.
Oof.
Huh.
Second attack from Vimbert. Hell yes.
Did I say by the way I meant drunk?
Yeah, we might need to clarify that, being like, Bowie's the default name.
Yeah, for sure. I'll get that. Let's sell the wooden sword.
What? It has such... Yeah, I got nothing.
Yep. Sell the wooden stick. Chester, you have a stick. Come on, bud. Grow up, bro. Grow up. You're gonna look at me and tell me I'm wrong? Grow up, bro. Alright, now as we try to exit town, we meet our favorite cheery-cheeked dwarf, Yaha.
Okay, I'm gonna get a little swarmed if I stay here, so let's back off a little.
Cool. I'm gonna take a quick pee and beer refresh break.
That is totally fair.
Yeah, do your thing. You battle them gizmos, bro.
Yeah, hopefully with less failure.
Oh, it can't be more.
I mean, I could get everyone killed this time. That's a possibility.
That's true. I'll be back.
Okay. I'm playing this like it's the first game, and it is not doing me any favors. Because like I said, main character of the goddammit Chester. Wait! There you go, that's my lad. That I'm not going to use for most of the game. Sarah's surprisingly tanky for being a healer in the first fight. Send to horny jail? I think I sent to horny jail. I regret everything. This is what playing aggressively gets you. A potentially dead healer. Oh, and now I'm blocked from... I have failed on multiple levels today. Might have to gamble on double attacks and counters a little bit, which is not ideal. I'm competent at these kind of games, I promise, but it's not showing at the moment. Ugh, I hate having to feed a kill to a character that I haven't drafted. But he's free, so it's not a point penalty. Is Sarah gonna get a... Please give Sarah a turn. Please give Sarah a turn. Please get... You know what? It's fine. This is a deliberate strategy. I am focusing the XP. Nobody tell Drunk Emblem when he gets back. Hopefully he won't notice. I will still absolutely give myself the... Why is my -5 reversed? I have no idea why it's doing that. I will check that in a minute. Also, I got distracted by checking my capture, and so I made a poor decision. Cool.
All right.
Cool.
Did you get heavy attacks, bro?
Definitely, yep. Heavy attack, that is what happened.
What happened to Chester?
I don't want to talk about it!
Oh, man. Okay.
I'm not throwing.
You're doing great.
Great's a word for it. Perhaps not the one I would have chosen. But Vimbert leveled up. That's something.
I love it when that happens.
This is just a deliberate strategy. I'm focusing the XP on the 2 characters that I've drafted and am using. That's the spirit. That's the spillet.
I see what you did there. I like it. Alright. Chester S8.
Gizmo!
Oh, wow. Holy smokes. These ooze are not fucking around, I'll tell you what. Oh my, okay.
Ooh. Yeah, the bonk stick of Sarah only doing 2 is not great. Okay. There we go. So I'm down to a perfectly respectable, -4 for 2 deaths and a battle cleared. Cool.
The way this works, and we should do it in kinds, you only pay for the revives.
Oh, that's true. I'm gonna want Chester for the early battles, though.
I mean, yeah, you're gonna want all these people for the early battles. But it'll be significant later, like when the game
True.
force starts you on a battle and you get a character killed that you didn't draft. Who the fuck cares? Just leave them dead.
Okay, sure.
Or I guess no, that's not technically true since we assign penalties for meat shielding. But either way, you don't pay for the points until you revive.
Okay. I intend to do it though, so I'm just.
Holy crap! Did I just get Jaha killed? Oh,
Ooh.
almost.
Spicy.
Holy crap! These enemies on the second battle ramp up the damage like not by a little, by a lot.
Great. I can't wait.
And I can't reach Jaha.
Wait, did the game automatically revive Chester?
Oh wow! Looks like it did.
Huh.
Still gotta pay a coin.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But okay, Jaha. So glad you came equipped with a medical herb because you're so new. Which sucks because I need his attack power right now. Yeah, this is already harder than I thought it would be. This is an interesting challenge.
This is just making me nervous for the rest of the run.
Just the limited number of egresses, man. Like,
Yep.
for max value of money, you don't want to egress until either the most populous or the last map of each section.
Right.
But by not egressing, you're really kind of hamstringing yourself in certain ways.
Yeah. I mean, I know you're used to like kind of doing some egress farming usually.
Yeah. Ooh, Jaha dodged. That's very clutch.
Very nice.
You'll love to see it, folks. Jeez. Base damage with an entry weapon, he does 7 to the ooze. You'll love to see it.
Beautiful.
Alright, let's get in full land effect for maximum defensive bonuses.
I just got that. If it dies, it doesn't matter. He was old anyway. The minister's throwing shade.
It's almost as good as, there are more.
Almost.
Oh, Sir Astro, there are more.
We'll just reach across, like, continents, pluck Nova out of the first game. Have wise old Fish Bro advising the Shining Force again.
Alright, and that's the end of the My Cat from Hellas from Pariah Brewing Company.
Mm.
Munich-style Hellas lager. It was delicious. We are now moving on to another beer from Walter Station. Bowl Resin.
Bowl Resin.
Bowl Resin.
That is not an appetizing name.
It is for dudes who like IPAs, man, I tell you what.
Alright. That ain't me, so I will take your word for it.
I've garnered a palate for them.
Mm. I'm sure I would if...
Go ahead.
I'm sure I would if I, gave them more of a chance, but for the most part, I'm like, eh.
They take up about a third of my rotating draft slots. So, yeah, I've got to drink them, I've got to know them so that I can sell them.
Yeah, that's fair.
We're getting through the second battle mostly unscathed, though it did get pretty dicey for a minute. Let's see if I can tempt one or both of these guys. Yep, here comes the huge rat. God, even in maximum land effect, Chester still takes 4 damage from these guys. Owie.
Oh, Chester. Oh, Sarah already has the wooden rod.
I mean, base stats are base stats, but unfortunately, this dude just never gets great defense.
Yeah, I mean, his counterpart in the first game is also like that, even though he ends the game with, like... I think he might be the only member of the main Shining Force that can get, like, triple-digit HP.
Right.
But that doesn't matter when he takes, like, 50 damage from a regular attack.
Right, so Chester ends up in triple-digit HP as well.
Ah!
Which is why I don't mind that, but... yeah, it's still, like... You see him take these big shots, so even if he is one of your frontline tanks, you get a little worried for him.
Yeah. I mean, that's...
But he just got a 2 defense level. Holy crap!
Dang!
Yes, early. That's going to pay dividends for these next battles.
Yeah, that's huge.
Getting him killed. Oh, no. Oh, thank goodness. The news went for Sarah.
Now, let's see. I don't have an item storage or, like, a convoy, right?
Not until you get the caravan.
The caravan. That's right. That's right.
Which will be after you kill Taros, who is 2 battles after the Kraken.
That is a while.
Yes. Until then, you have the number of units you have times 4 for items.
And effectively times 3, because weapons.
Because weapons, yeah. But Kiwi doesn't carry a weapon.
It's true. There's no rule against recording him to be a literal mule.
Well, and... Oh, yeah, that's definitely true. Actually, now that you mention that, that's very smart. But also...
Though I don't know... do you have access to, like, headquarters so you can, like, boot him off the team before you have a full team?
No. You also can't manage your party until you get the caravan.
Okay. Yeah, that's an interesting strat, but, yeah, probably not worth the hassle.
But also, now that you mention it, Sarah doesn't really need a weapon either. If you badly need that item slot.
True.
Having an item equipped or a weapon equipped is not going to affect how much she heals.
I am gonna want to feed her the odd kill, but yeah, definitely for you. And I'm glad you mentioned Jaha's inventory, because let me give him a second medical herb.
Yeah, for sure. Shit, I didn't even do that. Now I wish I had. But we're through the second battle.
Nice.
Let's update our score tracker here.
Now let's see. Short. Yes, Chester has ranged attack now.
Yes, very important.
Good. This is what I like centaurs for.
Let's have Chester give Jaha an herb. Yo, pass me that herb, bro.
2? You dealt 2 damage, Chester? Oh god. This was a mistake,
Ooh.
wasn't it?
Also, you have my screen up, yeah?
Yes.
There's a mithril
Oh,
right here.
wow. Okay. I thank you for that.
Yep. I never knew that until I googled like the mithril for the purposes of this run. I've never found that one. At least not that I can remember. I know we go into the temple and I'm gonna grab this power water for sure.
Yeah, let's have Sarah park on that. Oh boy. Okay.
Jeez.
How hard is the huge rat gonna hit? 12.
Hard. Oh, bro, you're so aggressive.
Yeah, I went a little too aggressive here. By a little, I mean a lot.
Throws the javelin at the ooze for sure. So to keep Chester as far as right.
Yeah, just I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to wall him off from the rat in time unless I have him do a full retreat is the issue.
The rat shouldn't kill him as long as you can hit the ooze. Bowie and or Jaha should kill him. Jaha does 7 damage to the ooze naturally.
Okay. Oh, all right. Then this is fair. Second attack. Wow.
Very good.
Chester's
Bowie
like
will for sure. Yeah.
Chester's like, oh, not gonna draft me, huh?
Yeah. The name of this game is gonna be drawing enemies out one by one, or in as small quantities as possible.
Yeah, I haven't.
Oh my god! I gave you bad advice. I'm so sorry.
I blame you.
Yeah, you can blame me for that. That's completely fair.
Well, I also did very bad positioning on my part, so.
Oh, you still got the Wait.
Okay. Okay. Let us begin the heal train.
Yeah, there's no reason for me to hold on to this power water that long. I'm going to use it on Bowie right now.
Fair enough. Good level on Sarah. Jaha, you can probably kill the rat, right? There you go. And now, okay. With the exception of a completely avoidable death, this battle is going fine.
Well, that's alright. Completely avoidable deaths is your middle name.
Yep. That's me.
XCOM, baby.
That's XCOM, baby. I actually considered having, while we were doing the draft, the, like, XCOM Gather the Squad music be running, but I'm like, nah, this is not gonna be that brutal. Well!
Alright. The first house in Yale, there's the healing tube.
Nice. Thank you for that. Level 3 for Vimbert. Love to see it.
I forgot about all these little chickens that wander around. I don't think they do anything. Oh, right. That's my hen. Don't torment her. Bro, I'm just walking around.
Did you do the little Easter egg in the first Shining Force game where you could get turned into a hen?
Sounds familiar, but I don't remember.
It was a weird little side quest in one of the early towns, I think, where you recruit, Henri?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
A little more familiar.
It was this whole thing where, like, you did, like, a little bit of a fetch quest for some mage scientist man, and he was like, oh, yes, well, let me just try it on you. You consent to the experiment, right? And you're like, sure.
Right.
He turns you into a chicken.
Soldiers are so cool. That's neat armor.
Sarah just sending so many enemies to horny jail.
I love that. Well, the priest in this town has a cat.
Oh, land effect is only 15 there?
Yeah.
Okay, with 30% land effect, this should be... Okay, that's not super safe, but... Okay. Please work like I remember it working for healers. Yes! It does give 10 XP per medical herb.
Only for healers, right?
Only for healers, yeah.
Yeah, anybody else gets 1. How then is that?
Sarah countering. Yes!
Okay, battle number 3. Let's have a look-see. Also, I don't remember if it was like this in the first Shining Force or not, but in battle, like if you're out of battle, if you press B and... in battle, if you press B and move your cursor,
Yeah.
And you select a non-unit space, just a random map space, it'll pull up a different menu. And it'll have 4 options for you. Member, where you can look at your team.
Yeah.
Speed, which is the only way to adjust the message speed and battle messages.
Oh my god, that's so good.
A suspend and quit mid-battle
Right.
temporary save. And the map.
And the map, yeah.
Which shows you your units and all the enemy units, which is super duper useful.
Yeah, it was mostly like that in the first game. I don't think they had the message speed option, but everything else is the same. Oh no, that was only 1 damage from Sarah. That's not ideal.
Be sure to watch out for the giant bat in the southwest of map number 3 that has a medical herb. If you kill him with a unit that has an empty inventory slot, they will inherit that medical herb for free.
I see.
It's a small net gain, but it's free real estate.
Free real estate. When we're ultimately being graded on gold and other things, every bit does help.
It really does.
Okay,
We lure out the first ooze.
after what happened with Chester, I really don't want to take my chances with letting Sarah eat an attack. But I also don't know that I can get out of the rat's range. Let's try... Let's try. Nope, super can't. He went for Vimbert anyway.
Thankfully, he's done.
Yep. Because they're like, ooh, the leader of the Shining Force who's at full health. Gotta get in on that action. Like a fool.
Never said it was perfect logic. Okay, so the cool thing about progressing through every battle in only 1 take is everyone's gaining nasty XP.
Oh, yeah.
This is pretty cool, actually.
Oops.
Alright, we're going to take on the ooze with Drunk. And minimize the amount of damage we take. And he still gains 49 XP per kill, even though I'm already at level 4. I love that.
Wild. Now, where was that cave you were at?
South of Grantham.
Ah, okay. I was looking north for some reason.
Yeah. North is Galan.
Right. Ah, okay,
Right
here we
there.
go.
I don't think I need to heal Drunk quite just yet, so we're gonna actually smack a rat, send him to horny jail. Do 1 damage for 5 XP. Okay, whatever. It's fine.
Alright, let's have Chester's corpse scraped up.
Poor Chester. He's really taking it.
He's really just taking it on the centaur chin. What an absolute trooper who's probably just going to die over and over. Chester's exhausted.
And level 5. You'd love to see it.
Beautiful.
Yeah, considering he's the only character I'll keep out of these 4, I'm really happy to see it.
I am glad that they switched the Friar face sprite from the one they had in 1, where he just looked like he was peering into your soul and was going to appear by your bedside at night.
Oh god, I had all but blocked that out.
You're welcome!
Why? I forgot about that entirely. That dude was creepy as hell.
Oh yeah. May as well buy a fresh medical herb for Sarah while I'm here.
growing up on this one, yeah, the first time I booted up SF1 and got through the first battle, I was like, what the fuck is that? Oh my god!
Yeah.
Right. Drunk is now one-shotting oozes. Happy about this.
Great.
He's back. Ah, he put me to sleep. What a turd.
Oh, right, the bats can do that.
Yeah. I think the vampire bats later can poison you. I don't remember exactly. It might just be sleep.
Okay. Sleep is the one I remember from Shining Force games for bats, for sure.
Yeah, go ahead and smack the bat.
Alright, town... Right, there's the healing scene. Cool.
He's on the bait with a baseball bat.
Beat on the brat. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Ha ha. Oh yeah, huh?
Free medical herb. You'll love it. Oh, Drunk has awakened. Thank goodness. So now I'm just hungover.
Sounds familiar.
Okay, this is going alarmingly well so far. I feel like I'm about to make a large fuck up in the next couple of battles.
Right. Oh yeah, and I need to update my score. I should fix... Okay. Number should no longer be reversed. Cool. There.
Probably didn't need to be so careful with Sarah's MP, as now she's out.
Alright, Kazin, let's roll. Nothing bad will ever happen.
And is it just me, or... Did the enemies not lose movement from land effect?
It really doesn't seem like they do. I think...
I feel like they don't.
I think,
It's dipping over.
I know flying enemies specifically don't. Like, that's a thing, but I think there might be... Because, you know, like, Geralt doesn't lose, movement from land-affected forests, just like Xylo did in the first game.
I actually didn't know that, but cool.
Yeah, I really only know that because the map where you recruit Xylo in the first game, it's like all forests, so everyone is slowed super down, and you could basically just have your wolf boy solo the map.
Makes sense. I'm sticking with that.
Because he's like, haha, bonus defense, and I can move forever.
Drunk became level 6.
Nice.
2 HP and 2 defense. We love it.
Pretty solid. Pro dodge from Vimbert. Which is good, because they use double attacked. Neat.
Okay.
Alright, Chester, why don't you set up that kill? Let's not overextend this time. You killed it. You were supposed to do 4 damage like last time. Eh. Level 3 for Sarah. Attack and defense. Very good, very good. Yeah, these rats absolutely don't lose movement from land effect. What was that?
I didn't think so. Sorry, I needed cashews.
Ah, okay. I was actually worried the, like, Discord call dropped or something, but I still have your capture up, so I was like, it's probably fine.
Yeah, I think we're right. He's drunk from Grand Seal.
Gort would approve. Why are you getting 2 turns before Sarah gets a turn? That's not good. Thank you for not double attacking or heavy attacking. Jesus. Healer, heal thyself.
Music is the next best thing I'm always good.
Mm. Level 3 for Jaha and 2 defense. Love that.
Early game, you take every 2 stat you can get.
Oh yeah. Probably put myself in range of the bat here, but that's fine.
Yeah, you're probably fine.
Or, wait, that's the wrong button. Oh, actually the bats... Probably shouldn't just ignore it, though. Yeah, I should fight it at this point. But not engage with Chester. For he is a soft boy. He ignored Vimbert and went for Jaha? That's surprising.
Jaha has a lower HP total. The AI might think it's faster.
He did have a couple points of damage on him too, so...
Yeah. Oh shit, here we go. So, when I was playing this as a child, the part I'm at now, where you see the sprites of the Galam soldiers, and it's clearly dudes in armor with capes.
Yep.
I didn't really get that, and I thought they just looked like big smiley mouths. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Dude, it took me forever.
I get that. Oops, I didn't get the medical air. Whatever. I get that. That's funny, but I get that.
Greetings, Grand Seal Skyman.
Let's continue to 4 XP on Sarah.
Outstanding exposition here. How could you be so mean? Alright, now we got my boy Kazin. Alright, let's get after it. 30% land effect. Guess what doesn't give a fuck about land effect? Spells, dude.
Yeah! Something I will almost never be able to take advantage of. Woo! Oh well, I made my choices.
Yeah, that's true. Honestly, dude, you drafted great.
Yeah, I'm not unhappy with my team at all.
Every choice you made, I was like, damn, that's a good pick.
It's just left me very light on magic. But, eh.
Yeah, it's way more important to have healing magic than offensive magic in this game, and you've got more than anyone, so I feel
It's
like
true.
you did pretty great.
I may not have grabbed Karna, but
There are few who can.
there is one who can. Level 4 Jaha?
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, I might have just got Sarah killed. I got Sarah killed.
Oh!
No.
Ah, not like this. Chester, you'd probably kill Steel, so you just park right there.
That's quite bad. The rest of my healing for this battle is items, unless I retreat.
Might not be a bad idea to retreat. Maybe just like push
I really
as...
don't want to egress this early. If I can get through it with items, I will. But this is gonna hurt. These guys pack a serious punch.
Huh, Sir Howell, why are you not answering the door? Oh. Oh, because...
wow, I can't believe they got Sarah killed on the first turn.
Yeah,
She didn't have a chance to do anything.
that's rough.
It hurts a lot. See what we can do now.
Oh, right, I need to update my point total because I didn't suffer a death that time. We in positive numbers, baby!
Let's see it. Alright, Kazin gets a kill on the huge battle. Good.
Oh yeah, did you hear that they recently announced development, or, well, maybe not, they announced like a new Shining Force game coming out?
No.
Or rather, new Shining game. I don't know if it's going to be Shining Force, but
Sure.
the downside is it's going to be mobile, which makes me go, eh. Yeah.
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 Not interested. Shit, I played some of the Shining Force games on the PS2, and they were awful. It's not even the same thing. They were like action RPGs.
Yeah, I mean, Shining has a lot of different styles, but... I have reached the sad recruitment music, so I am going to take a quick break, and... yeah, I can do a second beer. Barrow back.
Be right here. Alright, we unlock Blaze 2. That's important. The old fire emblem approach. No need to waste MP. He can't attack. But I think we're still fine. For now. We gotta be quick. Zin has to knock out this archer. Yeah, I need to stop wasting attacks. I think I need to take this kill. Yeah. Drunk will benefit from the XP. We will all benefit from having Kazin's turn freed up. Kill him. 6 damage, not 7. I really needed that to do 7. Just kidding. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. I was never worried. I was never worried. Level 5. 11. Oh dear. Chester is now very hurt and very asleep.
Okay, Vimbert is back.
Alright.
I
have sort of committed to finishing this battle because I just started realizing, or I just realized as soon as I started using items.
Oh, you ain't getting those back.
If I egress, there's nowhere for me to shop.
That is a good point.
So that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Chester is asleep. Alright, no, we're actually doing pretty fine here. I don't know how.
What is the healing drop? Is that an aura item?
No, it's a single-use, single-target, 30 health.
Oh, okay.
It's the healing item you'll use in the second half of the game.
Gotcha.
Hang on to it for now. But yeah, it's not that useful. I've this juncture.
Yeah.
But it's too valuable to give up, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Doing a little rearranging of my items for now. Because we want Sarah to be able to heal with items 3 times per battle as well.
Oh, Chester has awakened. Outstanding.
So good of him to join you.
Meanwhile, Drunk is just chopping down fools.
Oh yeah, and also, in the spirit of, also guesting on your channel, when I said I was grabbing in a second beer, I looked at my beer and said, you know what, no, let's crack into some of my whiskey. So I have a 1920 Prohibition-style or Old Forester that I poured a bit for myself. Yeah!
Nice, man. That's a great choice. That's one of my favorites.
They're solid. I was looking for, like, anything new that was, like, local that I hadn't tried or just a rye, but then I saw they had a 1920, and I was like, oh, this is so good, and I haven't had it in years.
So, the 1920 is the people's favorite. I personally prefer the 1910, but they're so similar. They're really great. But if you ever get a chance, if you ever find it, it was so prolific when it first came on scene, and now I can't find it anywhere. But if you ever find the Old Forester rye, definitely go for it. It's a 100 proof bottled in bond rye that's $25 a liter.
Oh my god!
It's such a screaming deal, and it's so excellent.
You are everything you are saying is speaking my language right now.
Yeah, well, like it's been a while since we talked about this sort of stuff, but I know you're mostly a bourbon or Tennessee whiskey kind of guy. I much prefer Scotch and rye. I think you know this.
Fair. I've come far more around to rye myself. Rye is usually what I try and go for.
It's just, yeah, it's got more depth of flavor, more complexity usually.
Yeah. It's got that nice upfront bite, usually. I have had a few ryes that try to be smooth, and I'm just like, this is wrong.
Okay. I wanted this to go, but let's get after it. Jaha, I want you to hit the bat.
Like, oh man.
Archer afterward. I'm not able to Fire Emblem this Archer and surround him.
Beautiful. With your limited squad at the moment, that's impressive.
I don't think I can quite get there with Kazin, but worth the effort.
Yep.
Alright, the bats. I think we're fine. Oh, fuck, no, Kazin is pretty low on HP though.
Ooh, that was not a kill for Vimbert. I hate to give a kill to Kazin, but I need to clear out these initial enemies.
Yeah, you kind of have to keep everybody semi-leveled up too.
True.
So that they won't get killed in the battles you have to use them.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Kazin wipes this map. I somehow completed it without Sarah.
That's seriously impressive.
I only used like 2 medical aids. We'll take it.
Dang. Though I feel like the enemy spread is a little, like, better for engaging a few at a time. Because, like, except for that one Gallum soldier and archer, none of them are really even, like, paired.
Yeah, that's true.
Nobody's injured yet.
Battle number 4, but we have one.
Oh yeah, I was going to say, damn it, Jaha.
He missed.
He whiffed. Oh god, don't hit Kazin. Oh.
Kazin, let's go bowling.
God damn it.
I've been waiting for that one for weeks.
I hate it, but at the same time, well, why this huge bat is going to be the death of me. Chester, just hit it. Just connect.
Hey, you did it.
Yeah, but I gave the kill to Chester. Oh well.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Kills can be spread around in the early game. It's not that big a deal.
Yeah. But yeah, drinkable whiskeys. Not so long ago I had one that was like, I forget the exact distillery or brand, but it said it was a blonde whiskey. Some of the foulest stuff I've ever had.
That's a term I'm not familiar with, and I
It's an abomination against God.
Want to know what that is?
Yeah. I don't know how they achieved it, but it was basically like the taste of it is what I imagine the people who like don't have the taste buds for whiskey think whiskey tastes like. Like
a lot of those people.
Yeah, like my sister, she keeps trying whiskey because like I love it, both my brothers love it, my dad loves it, and she's just like, it always tastes like gasoline. I'm like, what? Literally, what are you talking about? But
I mean, I use that word to describe a few things, but like Jameson, for example. I used to drink a ton of Jameson in college with ginger ale. Your cousin introduced me to that, and I got really fat off that when I first moved out here.
Oh.
But, like, now, I work in a place now that has, like, 40 or 50 Irish whiskeys, and Jameson is just the bottom of the barrel, you know? It's cheap. And that's cool, and it's a very well-known brand, but it's like, I would equate it to Coors Light, you know? Like, it's extremely prolific, and it sells great, but most people who drink it just drink it because they don't know any better.
Yeah.
Having had some things that are really exquisite, like Napa Castle, or Yellow Spot, or Green Spot, or my favorite, Redbreast, the price of entry is going to be significantly higher. Like, a bottle of Jameson you can find for $23.
Yeah, pretty reliably for like a 750 milliliter.
Right, where like Redbreast 12 year is 60 to 65. But the quality, I mean, we're talking about completely different things here. Of course, it's 12 year single malt whiskey, you know.
A little bit different than yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's just...
Jealous of your centaur.
Jealous of what?
Your centaur. Oh, just kidding. You didn't even get Chester.
Nope. That was a rando
did,
pick.
Right? That was his first pick?
Yeah, that was his first pick, which I was wanting to snap him up early, so that really depressed me.
Not a bad pick.
I wanted the Centaur squad, but
I was
alas...
to take Jaha or Chester. I'm not super upset I didn't get out of it. I'll take Slade.
Yeah. Yeah, your team is not bad by any means, except for Luke.
Well, yeah, sure. But none of us got through this unscathed. We've all got at least one bad unit.
Do I have a bad... No, I guess Chaz, just by... Yeah.
Well, I don't know, my tier list down. Wow, you kind of don't have a bad unit.
Right? Don't know how you allowed me to pull that off.
I mean, Rando took 4 bad units.
Yeah, that helped. That helped. He's still on his old tricks from our Fire Emblem days with him.
I took 2.
Yeah. Oh shit, he can reach Sarah. Well, that's fine. She can eat 1. Okay.
You take 1, should be fine. You're so brave, good luck.
Blaze is 7?
5, 6, or 7.
Okay.
It'll do 5 if you resist fire, 6 if you don't, and 7 if you're weak to fire. So for most of these enemies, it'll do 6.
Okay.
Never less than 5.
Alright, alright. I actually didn't know that was how the breakdown worked.
Yeah, there are certain enemy types that are weak to certain elements. It's not a lot, it barely ever comes into play, but when it does, it can be...
Yeah, I know, like...
between a kill or not a kill.
Yeah, I know zombies in the first game were weak to fire, and they, like, tell you that. So they're like, hey, use Tau, and you do. And if she is Blaze 2 at that point, you're off to the goddamn races.
Yeah, let's see. Zombies in this one are weak to fire. The little gargoyle-looking guys, I think, are weak to ice. again, peeping my screen real quick. Right when you drop through the hole in the floor
Yeah.
from the prison, there's a mythril.
Ooh. I think I did read about that one, but I heavily appreciate the reminder all the same.
Yeah, of course. The way we have it, we should each be able to get one mythril weapon for every character, as long as your character wields weapons.
Right.
If you choose to. It's obviously optional.
Level 6.
Might require some resetting based on which weapon you want, if you choose to do that sort of thing. Oh, the soundtrack on this game is so good.
It's so excellent.
In battle, out of battle.
It's just a lot of Genesis stuff in general. Like, it wasn't... You know, I played the original game on, like, a CD-ROM compilation of Genesis games, basically. Very random, but, like... I did not have a huge amount of exposure to Sega games, but every time I did, it was like, man, the music! Alright,
The game does auto-revive some units for you. Fascinating.
Little bit of kindness on their part, I guess. Oh, Kazin gets Blaze 2 at level 5?
Level 6? Or 5? 5, yeah. The first
Nice.
time in level 5.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah. It can be hard to set up, but when it comes into play, it's so useful.
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise, Blaze 1 might as well be his default attack.
Yeah. Because I will not be having Kazin send anyone to horny jail. Not so much. Not so much.
Your dad's stuff.
Oh, come on, Bat. You know you want to. Ah. Here, I'll put this healer in your range. She's nice and tempting, right?
I believe you once must have the gate. Thing.
Okay, it was lured out by Vimbert. That works. That works.
We'll continue my
I think I gotta play it safe with Sarah here. Yeah, because she's out of MP and healing items. Except for the heal seed, but that ain't worth. Chester, huh? Why is Chester, like, aside from the times when I get him killed, just absolutely popping off right now? I'm a little annoyed, actually.
He's a good unit, man. Like I have used him in most of my playthroughs. And in a run like this, of course, the boon of just having a unit early
Yeah,
is
it's big.
A significant factor. I think I should be able to draw the archer out here. Let's do that.
No, I think yeah. Just in case he counters.
Oh man,
Okay.
I'm gonna have to go through a significant portion of this game without a healer.
Yeah, that was kind of like, I was weighing my strategy. I was like, Karna would be a great first pick, but if I get her, I'm pretty much guaranteed that you would nab Sarah. You know, like I did in the actual draft. And I was like,
it was gonna be one or the other.
man, then I'm stuck without a healer for a while. Ugh. Ah, there's that.
One from the Fire Emblem 7 draft we did 2 years ago. Draft a healer, or else Ryan will draft them all, and I'll have to wait for Pent in chapter fucking 22 or wherever he arrives.
Yup.
Something ridiculous.
Because guiding rings also basically didn't exist.
Yeah, for sure. Right, Yaha is only level
Oh,
3.
wait.
It's probably time to start getting him some.
That was the battle where you get captured if you lose these? Huh. How did I lose that my first time playing this game? Anyway,
Shit.
that is a battle cleared.
I have chosen poorly.
It happens.
Oh dear. With the archer. Somebody's gonna die. I positioned myself to be attacked by 3 units.
Nice!
No, I might be able to kill the archer before it's their turn. Okay, I killed the archer. We're fine. I was never worried.
I like how there's no rhyme or reason to who they put in which cell. Like, Sarah's just over there with Slade and like a random defecting general.
Again, another hilarious result of my youth. As a kid playing through this game, I thought it was separated male-female, and the person in the armor with the pink cape must be a girl.
Hey, that's not unreasonable.
They're in the cell with Sarah, so, you know.
Did you also think Slade was a girl then?
No. Yeah, nope. Nothing in my noggin.
It's a ways back to remember at this point for us, so...
Okay, because then you are full HP.
The Great Thief, Slade.
Yeah. God, Chester, get a job, dude.
He's so divorced.
What are you good for? More like left at the altar. More like broken up with at his locker. Like,
oof.
oh, this poor dude. Prepared to be the owner of Spotty Spray. And listen to Power Metal. Ooh, the Golem Soldier quickly dodged the attack.
Nice!
Sarah is only level 2?
Oh god!
Bonk this Golem Soldier. I need her to level up. Yeah, of course she only gets him for fucking 1. Oh,
she did level though.
That's dope. We take those. And Jaha needs this kill. Very good. Alright, yeah. Oh, absolutely. We take these. That's 2 double defense levels for Jaha. So even though I didn't draft him, and I will miss him very much, he'll be super useful. Until the point I can no longer use him.
But oh, it's on the wall. That's right.
6.
And we do not want Sarah to carry the Mithril. We will give that noble goal to oh, Slade hasn't actually fully joined up yet, huh?
Yeah, not until... I think it's after this one.
Okay.
When you leave Galan, there's the map where you're back basically on the world map between Galan and Grand Seal, and he joins you there.
Oh, okay.
I think he does it like at the gate right before you walk out.
That sounds about right.
He might do it in the cutscene right at the beginning of the battle. I don't actually remember.
That ooh, I bet there's something in one of these barrels. Perhaps
I
not.
can confirm that there is not. I searched them all. I should have told you that. Yeah, go ahead and just proceed on to the next scene. I've searched them all.
Don't mind me not breaking out of jail. Oh, hey there, father. Your desire will be fulfilled. Oh yeah, I forgot how on the verge of death the king looks like for Callum.
Oh yeah. He's seen better days. It's not in great shape.
Yeah.
One mage cast voice level 1. We lured him out. He's ours Whack it.
Lemon, prove your allegiance. Kill everyone. Especially the women and children.
Especially the women and children. Especially the British children.
Crush Grand Seal. Kick a dog if you can. It will make me happy.
Alright, this in. He's got enough MP, he doesn't have to worry about it, so let's just go ahead and spend it. Very good. Oh, crap. Ola! Damn. Drunk out here, kicking names and taking ass.
Very nice.
Level 8.
Ooh. Okay.
But that's kind of a double-edged sword, because that means with him as the best character on my team, I have to put him the most at risk, like, because he's got by far the most HP.
Right. Okay, movement of 6, movement of 5. Okay, so that's effectively the... Probably take out one of them. Okay, let's just take this slow, me. Let's not do anything stupid.
Oh, 30% on the rug. Alright, we let Chester make the
Of course he goes for Chester. Hey, counterattack from 1 damage. Chester.
Hey, you take it and get.
Yeah. Well, certainly can't accuse him of stealing XP with a hit like that.
This is where it's gonna get weird. The boss obviously goes for Kazin. Okay. Ow. Ow. He took 7 damage on that. But I want the XP and money from these other 2 units.
Does he... Yes, he goes for Jaha. Okay. Heavy attack. Jaha got damaged by 1.
Outstanding.
Love it.
Yeah, he's pretty awesome.
Yep. He's not... Oh no, Vimbert, you were supposed to kill it. This is a tragedy.
We're going high risk, high reward here. I'm trying to kill everything on this map, not just end it by killing the boss.
Understandable. That's probably the sensible plan.
Yeah, it might get me killed, though.
I mean, you got a little bit of room to mess around here. I have a score of 9.
Going into this battle, your score is 9?
Yes.
Ouch.
Yeah. It's not an ideal case, you know? But the comeback starts here. Let's see, is anybody... Oh yeah, of course, Chester got hit again.
He goes for Kazin again.
Oh well, heals for Sarah. We like heals for Sarah. So she can become a kicking force of nature. Why did I have Chester set up to tank this spot? This is a horrible decision.
Sarah bonks the dude twice.
Beautiful.
You love to see it.
Alright, Jaha and Vimbert can mop up these guys. Okay. This is fine, this is safe, I think.
Perfectly calculated, never punished.
Okay, no counterattack. We're good. We're good.
Kazin gets the kill on the boss. You love to see this host.
Nice.
The only thing I forget about these games is magic never misses.
Never.
Well, damage dealing I think spells can miss.
Oh, right.
Certain spells can miss. Dispel can miss, muddle can miss,
Muddle.
de-soul can miss.
Oh yeah, D-Soul. That's
Yeah,
a
it's
thing.
only like a 33% chance of success. But Blaze, Bolt, and Freeze cannot miss.
And that is appreciated.
Yeah, it's super nice for setting up kills with mages.
Yeah, particularly because the damage is so predictable, you know? We don't get the Fire Emblem damage, or battle forecast, whatever it is. So melee, like, you're kind of rolling the dice, particularly if you haven't fought that enemy type yet.
For sure. Every new enemy type, I'm taking so much more damage than I expect. But I've never played this game on hard mode. Like, there might
Really?
be a damage boost that I don't know about. No, I've only ever played it on normal and ouch.
Huh.
And ouch is bugged. It's supposed to have a 50% damage boost, but either the programmers forgot or deliberately left it out. So,
Interesting.
ouch mode has the smartest AI, but the damage is equivalent to normal mode. Super is the actual hardest difficulty because it has pretty smart AI and a 25% AI damage boost from enemies.
Huh. I bet there's a ROM hack out there that fixes the difficulties.
Yeah, probably.
What? Oh, yep. Okay, that's fine, because Zin can take a blaze to the face.
Yeah. Alright. Completed that battle. Let's update our score. Nobody died.
Very nice, very nice. Oh, these Gallon mages have 5 max MB? Wow.
Yeah, they can only cast Blaze twice at most.
Ideally, he doesn't get to live to do a second cast, but...
He didn't for me.
I might have screwed up my positioning a little bit here. We'll see.
It looks pretty fine.
Yeah, it's more level 7. Nice. Sarah, you are weapons free. Ah! So close. We were so close to greatness. Oh well.
Sarah, go Orgia mode.
Exactly.
Oh, right, I forgot. There's a guard in the Galan treasure room until you come back.
It's exactly the meme of, I'm a healer, bud.
Yeah, that's only Mastermind promotion. Wow.
Yeah. That's... yeah. Even so, I feel like early game, you can do a surprising amount of damage with your healers in both of these games.
You can if you upgrade their weapons.
Yeah.
For a run like this, it might be useful not to.
True.
They're not going to be doing that much DPS, and gold matters. But
I'm a...
same
Oh,
time,
that
it's a
was the
big game,
boss.
It's a long game with lots of enemies, so gold doesn't matter that much.
I thought the mage was the boss. Welp.
Yeah, it's the knight.
That's a bit of a blunder.
That's,
well.
That's kind of what I was saying, where I was trying to set that up.
Okay. I had just...
Pro
I
strat.
assumed you were talking about the mage. Oh well. Life goes on. I'll be fine.
Yeah, it's still so early in the game, dude. None of these points matter.
Yeah.
Really. There's going to be so much more variance of death in the middle and late game.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Check out the kid in the southeast corner by the church. He likes trees.
Okay.
Yep.
He likes trees.
Welcome to Corneria. I like trees. Alright, the priest of Galan wants to marry Sheila. Too bad he gets killed!
I like how
guys,
it
I'm
says
sorry.
the Jewel of Light fuses to Vimbert's neck. Not on a necklace, like just his throat.
Yeah, oh
It's
yeah,
just
stuck
embedded in there.
Alright. Couple of chests. In the item shop you can steal from. They're both medical herbs. That's great.
Good, good. Stealing, you say? Alright, I'm finding this kid who likes trees.
Bronze lance.
He does like trees. 0 lies told. Oh, the priest is out? Hmm. That's annoying.
Do I spend the money on the short? I don't think so. I don't think I care.
What do you think you're skipping? Short rod?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty fair.
Because I didn't recruit Sarah. I mean, I don't know. It's only 70 gold. Like, in the grand scheme of things, it's not a big deal.
Chester, I continue to have no faith in you, but maybe you can do so. Oh, yeah. Let me, before I do anything, let's sell Slade's knife. Because you are not, right? Slade is not free? I'm checking for
Slade
like
is not
800th
free.
time. Okay. Thanks for joining us. Carry these mithril, and we're selling your most valued possession. He's like, wait a minute. So you're selling off my common dagger for 72 coins, and you're giving me 2 chunks of incredibly rare ore that can only be processed by master craftsmen to me under my care. Yeah. Okay.
Drunk's mithril is going to go to Chester.
Okay, item mule is online. Chester, I continue to... Oh, god damn it. That's right, his hands are full.
Swap these healing items around so Sarah has the most. Since she gains the most XP from them.
Who can I give the antidote to? How about Kazin?
I don't think I really need to upgrade Kazin's weapon either. Like, he's only ever going to do 1 damage, right?
Oh, yeah, basically. Like, I feel like giving him... Upgrading his weapon is 100% a mistake.
Just keep him with the wooden rod. Right.
Yep.
Oh, it's okay that the priest is out, though, because I think there's a priest here in the game.
Okay.
I might
Cool.
be wrong. I'm wrong.
Neat. I am now concerned.
I'm going to take a quick tea break and grab myself 1 more beer and a whiskey I have got.
Nice.
Which, next time you're in the market, if it's available in Denver area, you should check it out. We'll be back on the next episode of Drunk. Just kidding, it's the same episode. I'll be right back.
We'll be back on the same time. Yeah, I think this item setup is fine. I shouldn't hopefully need 3 medical herbs on Vimbert. I don't think there's anything else here. Galen... Okay, yeah. Nothing else I need. Can I go back into the castle to save? I should try that. Because I cleared the battle in here, right? So I can just, like... Yeah, nobody cares that the wanted criminals of the Shining Force are just running around. Maybe I can't get back there. That would be stupid if I can't, but... Okay, yeah, I can just run all the way back here. Cool. Not the worst. Not the worst. Well, while Emblem is away, let me talk to his chat and any of my VOD watchers. Thank you all for hanging out. This is kind of something we've wanted to do for a while. Eventually we will be doing it in kind of an earlier time slot, just I kind of have a schedule conflict. Those who don't know, I do a Nuzlocke thing with a few other people, Pokemon. That's taking up my time for now. That'll be going on a hiatus soon, so we'll be moving this to a earlier time frame, because I know this is a little late for most folks. Emblem and I are kind of night owls, so it doesn't bug us as much, but I know this is not the ideal time for everyone to watch live. But if you are here live, I appreciate you. I raise my glass to you. Want to deliver a package to the king. To King Gallum, it sounds important. But he has not rescinded his orders yet. I'd better deliver it. I'll get the package from them. I think we're in trouble. Hand it over. I'll deliver it to you. Ah, welcome back.
Yeah, thanks.
Doing a little voice acting while you were out.
Yeah, you're doing great.
Okay.
We are right at the same spot.
Yep, I was able to catch up.
Cool. What's your score currently now?
15.
15.
What are you sitting at?
31.
Ow. Well.
Make no mistake, this is not that big of a deal.
Yeah, I know. I did suffer a couple deaths, though. It stings all the same, even if the damage is mostly just my pride.
Sure.
Okay, the knights have crazy good movement, so I gotta be sure I don't get mobbed here.
Yeah, it's easy to accidentally get yourself attacked by both.
Yeah.
Right here, and they hit so hard. I'm just finishing off this bowl resin.
Okay, Slade is being attacked before I could move him,
That's fine.
so just want that to be noted, like, right away.
He didn't gain XP, right?
Correct.
Then, yeah.
Because he just got hit in the face. I'll try and keep him out of the way once I can move him. But he is carrying around my heal seed, healing drop, and 2 mithrils currently. No weapon for him.
Okay. No weapon. Well, Galam Knight dodged Slade's first attack, so...
Not ideal.
We're doing great.
Oh god, am I giving this kill to Chester? No, I'm not.
If you have to.
I will give this kill to Sarah!
There you go.
He's at 1 HP!
Please.
Bonk!
Alright, so, much like the Old Forester ride that I spoke about earlier, this early times bonded 100 proof bourbon is also about $25 a liter. And for the price and for the quality, I can't think of anything I like better. I'm not even that much of a bourbon guy. I much prefer Scotch, or rye, or Irish, or really any type of whiskey. But every now and then I get a bourbon that blows my doors off. And I work in a whiskey bar, so I have to know bourbon because bourbon's all the rage right now.
Oh yeah. Nice. What was that brand again? I should write it down.
Yeah.
Distillery.
So, if you get a chance to check out Early Times Bottled in Bond, if you happen to see it on the shelf, pick it up. It's
Okay.
it's quality.
I don't think I've seen that around, but I will keep my eye out. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, Kazin, you can set up this kill beautifully for anyone, including Sarah? No, that'll be just out of Sarah's range.
Oh, Sarah critical hits for 1.
Oh!
Second attacks for 1.
Sarah's bonking knights for 3 with the staff for me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's not bad.
You upgraded her weapon, though, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah, because you were using her.
Yeah, I drafted her, so may as well.
Alright. Kazin, meanwhile, is going to knock this Galam Knight for 6 and hopefully set up the kill for Slade. That's what I need.
Okay, Slade, you go over there and sit in your corner.
Unfortunately, that's going to allow the guy long enough to live to hit Kazin with a spear. Oh, crap. Yep, we're dealing with 2 Galam Knights now. Okay, so Kazin... Oh, my God! He hit Sarah for 9.
Oh, Jesus.
Ow.
Okay, Golem Soldier's active.
Yep. It's time for a drunk to use a medical herb on Sarah. I don't want to take any risks.
Ooh. That's a harsh toke, but if you gotta, you gotta.
1 XP just sucks so hard.
Yeah. It's rough.
But it's alright. It's fine. I'll take the hit.
Okay. This
So
is
Jim's
actually...
gonna hit both knights with a blaze 2, kill 1, get a lot of XP, and then I'll set up the second kill for somebody else.
I could rush the mage. That's probably a bad call, though.
Ooh. Nope. Slade goes first. We give the kill to Slade. That's fine.
Actually, rushing the mage might not be the worst idea. Or I could go for the archer. Yeah, I think I go for the archer here.
Can I set up both of these kills for Slade? No. Kind of, maybe. We'll see.
Alright, Jaha...
It's gonna be hard.
No, he can't reach the archer. Okay. Yeah, just chop this enemy dwarf in half. Thank you. Jaha's starting to get 15 XP from kills. Guess I fed him a little too hard.
How is my Sarah still level 3?
I don't know, man. Oh, of course the mage goes for Chester.
Well, because I haven't given her kills, that's why.
Yeah. I mean, that's a big... What level is my Sarah? She is level 5.
Okay, Kazin gets a kill on the Golem Knight.
Yeah, this mage needs to die pronto. Cannot be allowed a second blaze. Slade, sit over there.
Hopefully I can do this Golem Soldier kill to Slade. I want to feed Slade as many kills as possible. He's so fragile at first.
Yeah. He's definitely got that issue.
Drunk attacks this guy. Do I kill him? Oh, I definitely do. Let me see.
Nice.
21 attack versus Chester. 17. Yeah, I kill him by a lot. So I don't want to hit him.
I need Jaha to get this kill.
Jeez. I might get Slade killed right now. I hope not. But he's definitely not killing the soldier.
Believe in the lad. You know what? Let's go in melee with the archer. Who cares?
Well, at least the archer doesn't care about Slade, the fragile, squishy dude with 12 HP.
Bold
He
choice.
goes for the leader, Drunk. So that's fine.
And deals probably 2 damage to him.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Your next line is...
Exactly what happened.
Level 8 for Vimbert. Love to see it.
Alright, Jaha softens up the archer. Soldier hits Jaha for 1, we don't care.
Oh yeah, that's right. Chester took a blaze. He needs this heal. You know what? I was gonna complain about not being able to turn the heal animation off, but it's so quick and snappy.
Isn't it nice?
Yeah, particularly compared to, you know, Fire Emblem, as is probably inevitable.
Right. But you know what, man? If it weren't for this game, I don't think I ever would have discovered Fire Emblem.
Man. I think you introduced me to Fire... No, I had already played Path of Radiance, then you got me onto the Game Boy Advance ones.
Yeah, that's right.
How did I get started with Path of Radiance? Damned if I can remember. Huh. But yeah,
No,
real
it's the best
possibility
one.
I wouldn't have as well, and might not have done Final Fantasy Tactics either, which would have been a crying shame.
Slade.
Yes, Sarah, it's very important you heal Vimbert for 1 health. Very crucial to our battle strategy. Our strategy to make you stronger.
Slade hits level 6. Everything but defense, unfortunately.
Yeah, that sounds on brand
That's
for Slade.
not atypical. Yeah, that's fine. Oh,
You know, they actually, because you've never played the Game Boy Advance version of the first Shining Force, right?
I think I started it. I've definitely not played it all the way through.
Okay. They give you a character who is basically Discount Slade. Like, he's one of the added characters. And he's just so extremely all or nothing. Like, he kills basically everything in one hit, but he takes more than one hit, and he's dead. Just guaranteed. So stressful to use, but such a fun unit. And I mean, of course, he's paired with the most broken character in that game. Oh, you ignored Sarah and went for Vimbert. A bold choice, sir. A bold choice. He's paired with, in the second scenario, with the most broken character in that game, the princess, so...
Okay.
She keeps everyone alive forever.
Alright, we are going to close out this stream with Checkered Future IPA from Ska Brewing out of Durango, Colorado.
Hey, my neck of the woods.
Yeah, I don't know if you've had anything from Ska Brewing, but they make some excellent beer.
Yeah, I actually really like their, I'm blanking on the name of it, but they make a red that I enjoy.
Okay. Yeah, we like Ska. I bring in their beer 3, 4, 5 times a year.
Nice.
At my bar, this is just a classic 7% IPA, like most of the things I drink on this stream. See, it can't be worse than the last one. The last one was really one note. Ooh. This smells super hoppy and really skunky, which is a word that I don't generally like to describe beer, except on hobby IPAs.
Right. I know that's kind of the appeal. I've never been able to get into it, but if it's what you're into, it's what you're into. And no hate on that.
You know, I never liked IPAs. Like, the first time I enjoyed one, I was at a house party, and I was wine drunk.
Oh!
And, like, we wanted to keep partying, and all that was left was whatever was in the fridge. And it was either Dogfish 60 Minute or it was Lagunitas. I'm pretty sure it was Lagunitas. Was the first IPA I ever had that I drank, and I went, oh shit, like that's pretty good. I like this. And that was kind of it. It was just, sometimes it takes that little tip of the iceberg introductory experience.
Fair enough.
But also, like, working in the industry, IPAs have been such a popular thing in the last 15, 20 years.
Right.
You have to know them. You know, like,
Yeah.
just like I said about bourbon. I'm not crazy about bourbon, but I have to drink it because I have to know how to sell it to my customers.
Yep, absolutely.
We have some stuff in my bar that goes up to $100, $150, $200 a glass. And like, I have to be able to speak to that.
Oh, yeah.
I can't just bullshit my way through Pappy Van Winkle 23 here. But with IPAs, you know, you're not paying more than $6, $8, $10 a pint.
Right.
10 is like ludicrous. 8's fine. 6 is what you expect.
Yep.
And that's where it gets a little murky. Like, so many breweries are doing pale ales, and so many of them are doing them hazy. Like, hazy IPAs are the thing now. Make them a little juicy, make them a little sweet, fruity, and that throws off. Like, it's like a gateway drug to people who, oh, I don't like hops. Well, try this. So I've just been like overexposing myself to them because it helps. It helps me speak about them and develop my palate.
Sure. I did not want to interrupt that, but I have cleared the battle, and also...
Oh, shit.
I love that the enemy heal animation is like a little, like, devil pixie flying over.
Oh, isn't it cool?
That's so fun. I like that.
Yeah. I am a huge fan of it. Okay. Oh, shit. It's drunk who needs a heal.
I don't remember...
Shit, dude. You surpassed me. I'm still cleaning up this map.
I I was able to do some very intelligent baits. I don't know.
Well done.
It went okay. Also, I'm not trying to funnel XP to Slade, and that probably helps because I don't have to be babysitting him.
Oh, for sure. That's probably what's going on with me. I'm spending
Yep.
a lot of time doing exactly that.
Yep, I just sat Slade in a corner and
Well,
was
there you
like,
go.
I will get back to you later.
Oh, here's another fun introspection to my childhood. When I was a kid, I had never heard the word cleric before.
Oh!
So when I was playing this game for the first time, this guy right here,
Yeah, Dark Cleric.
he's the Dark Clerk.
Oh! The Dark Clerk.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's always funny how that stuff happens with, certain words. Like my little brother, who you've met, he thought
Yeah.
that, he thought that Yu-Gi-Oh! Invented the word fireball. Like,
Oh.
that's where the word came from.
It's a thought process.
That is a thought process. I don't know.
I mean, it's disconnected, but it's a thought process.
It sure is. Oh, I can still get the Happy Town music by going over to the docks. Everything's fine here.
Yeah. There is a quick chicken either in one of those barrels
Ooh.
or on the ship.
Oh, maybe a quick chicken would be huge.
Yeah, don't sleep on that, for sure.
Yeah, that's agility, right? Because it's not a running pimento.
Yes, yeah, it's speed, not movement. But speed is, like, low-key the most important stat in this game.
What exactly does it govern? I've never been super clear on that.
Turn order.
Oh,
Ah!
right. What? Oh no! I just barely saw that. What happened? Did he heavy
The
attack
long
you?
night, he attacked, and then second attacked, heavy attacked Sarah. He took her out in one go.
Oh.
At exact HP.
Oh.
This is bad.
Well, on a bright note, look over at my screen. Quick Chicken is here.
You found it. Good job.
Who do I give Quick Chicken to?
Wow. So the only person on my team who's died is Sarah, and she's done it twice.
I mean, Chester's... well, I've also gotten Vimbert killed. I can't really...
Okay, let me see.
Would have expected Jaha's agility to be a little lower, but he's kind of a parody.
Yo, but if I fuck this up, I wipe this map.
That's gonna be not great.
Alright, let me see. I think I can afford it. I am going to Blaze 1, the Gulam Soldier. I don't think there's a way that they both attack Bowie. Or, excuse me, Drunk, and he dies. Yeah, the Cleric
Yeah, that feels
The cleric.
unlikely.
heals himself.
Ah, of course. The clerk
Which
needs
just
to
gives
balance
me
the books.
4
It's-
XP, that's fine. Meanwhile, Drunk bravely runs away.
brave, so drunk. Well, since I am a titch ahead and the beer is running right through me, I'm gonna be right back.
Yeah, take your time. We'll meet back at probably the same interaction.
Probably.
Yeah, I'm about to wipe this map. Slade second attack. Here we go. Beautiful. You'll love to see it, folks. Is in. Let's go bowling. P.S. Whoever you are, silent viewer who's been hanging out this whole time, I just want you to know I appreciate you. I love you. Thank you for being here. Oh, he's just going for it. Ugh! Okay, that's not my favorite thing. Oh no. Wax that clown. Thank goodness. Okay. Slade levels up. Good. Okay.
Ah,
Sarah's dead.
I return, and Sarah is dead.
Yep, this is the first time in the game where I guess it's gonna make me pay to revive her.
Yep, most probably.
Okay.
I mean, it shouldn't be too much, so.
6 for clearing it, -1 for her death.
Oh, did I? Shit, I don't remember if I added points.
You said you were at 15 going into that battle.
Okay, I did add points then.
Okay.
We are fine.
I am at 36.
I'm at 21.
Well, that's a net gain for you then, of 1.
Yep.
Yeah, they fucking... Oh, they did Sarah dirty on that one.
It sure sounds like it, man. Oof.
Oh, also, I don't know if you know this or if you remember this. I don't remember how it worked in the first game.
Go on.
But the revive cost on this game is their level times 10.
Yep. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the same in the original.
Okay, it sounds right.
Obviously, you have to do a lot of reviving in the original Shining Force, because, yeah.
Dude, the maps are small and they're so enemy dense.
It's
Like,
kind of a
in this
meat
one,
grinder.
The enemies populate in groups of 2 to 3 in this one. On that one, it was like 4 to 7.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
was
kind of a
so
brawl.
crazy. Honestly, like, if you're down for it, because I made you do this with me, I would super be down to do a Shining Force 1 draft.
Oh, absolutely. I would love
That
nothing
would be
finer.
so fun.
They do give you more units right off the bat, so...
Yeah, that's true. Tower number 1 pick, duh.
Sorry? Missed that?
I said Tau number 1 pick, duh.
I mean, Tau is kind of a one-trick pony, but Blaze is not the worst pony.
It's like, it's just the utility of having it in a game like this, where it's so fucking useful early.
Mm-hmm.
It's too significant of a factor to ignore.
Yep, at the same time, you get Anri really early, and she eventually gets Bolt. If I'm not mistaken.
I don't remember, but that sounds right.
Oh, that's right, the King and the Minister are just like, hey, okay, let's go with you. Oh, wait,
Yeah.
are there items?
You're our guy now, since we don't know how to do anything, so...
They're a shining world kingdom. They're incompetent.
Chin. The Crimson Chin.
The Crimson Chin, indeed.
Don't make me use my sword anymore.
He's like, please, you're literally not a threat to me. Don't make me keep killing.
Please, don't make me use my chin.
My chin is asking you to surrender. Wait.
Yes, a good idea. My favorite line.
What line?
You come with me. Yes, a good idea. Like, he says it all himself. Like, I feel like that was supposed to be a response. But it's like, you can't let me pass? Then you come with me. Yes, a good idea.
Okay, is there a hidden item at the tower now?
I don't think so. You can search as much as you like. If you find it, I will congratulate you.
Let me check the... No. Internet says
but
no.
Even if there is, your pre-promoted units won't be able to equip it.
Oh, right, because
it's the evil lance. You
Yeah.
cannot do this thing.
Fair. Do I need to do any item management before we go?
Yeah, it's just not worth doing until you come back here. Oh, good call, though. Let me see.
I'm looking pretty solid, I think. I do not remember what fight is coming up, but I will just YOLO my way in.
It's not an easy one.
Okay.
But it's okay. We're gonna do it together. there are these two enemies. I think they're called Dark Smokes.
Yes! Oh god, I remember the Dark Smokes.
Whatever they are, it's an evolved form of the evil Gizmo, right?
Right.
Same sprite, higher stats. So this is a route. This is a defeat boss map.
Okay.
But there are two of them, and something that you need to know about this game, which I only learned by watching YouTube videos, even though I feel like I knew this already, is that all bosses or enemies that are considered boss-type units, they get 2 turns per cycle.
Oh.
So they both count as the boss, and they both get 2 turns per cycle.
No. Also, you may be getting some meows in a second. My cat, Revia's on my lap, and she hates when I'm up this late.
So, just make sure you engage these spirits one at a time.
Yep.
And very carefully. And you might lose somebody. Like, you might have to budget and decide, I'm going to lose this character. That's fine.
Yeah.
If so, it's probably Chester.
Probably Chester, yep. He's been my designated fall guy so far.
But, for a first run, we're on battle number 7 already. Like, we're doing great.
Yeah, we're cruising.
We're doing a great clip. Yep, so I summoned the... Eee!
I like how Sir Astral actually does things. Like, Nova, I love you, dude, but you're not helpful.
Get a job.
He does have a job, and it's being on the Shining Force's welfare rolls.
I did forget to recruit Kiwi for the inventory space.
I guess I could have done the same, but... I mean, are there chests on this map?
No.
Looking like no. Okay. Okay, yeah, let's see just how bad Dark Smokes are.
Ooh.
They know Dispel. They have 22 attack. Oh.
Yeah, that's more than Drunk, who has a power water used.
Yeah. Wait, power what? Where was there a power water?
In the temple next to that little mountain where you found the first mithril, where Slade steals the jewels. If you didn't take it now, you can get it when we come back.
Okay, I am blanking. Yeah, that is more than Vimbert, who is level 8. Oof.
What does Vimbert have for attack? It's gotta be 19, right?
19, yeah.
Yeah.
19, 12, 12. On par with Jaha, though.
12. Defense and agility?
Yeah. 23 HP.
At what level?
8.
Okay, yeah, I'm 1 above you only because... Okay, so you're actually doing better growth-wise, because I got 3 attack out of a power water. So if I hadn't used that, I would be 18, 12, 12.
I see. Huh. Alright. Neat. Let's see. I think I have to break... I feel like the start of this map is going to be extremely fucking dicey.
You are not wrong.
I feel like in a casual playthrough I would just split the force, but... Well, probably not this early. Oh god, why is the Dark Smoke moving already?
Heal because he has turns.
Hate it. See also Sarah getting attacked immediately.
Was kind of a dick. I just want to take a piss without getting shot in the dick. Alright, Kazin taking out the Glom Knight. Hopefully I didn't just put him in a position to be killed. I don't think I did.
Always a fun thing to try and figure out. 2 defense for Chester.
Love that.
Yep. But dude, I get it. You're mad I didn't draft you. Move on.
Yeah, ain't that gonna be the funny part? Like, watching these guys get really good
Yep.
and then not being able to use them.
Yeah. Oh well, in a little while, we won't have to worry about it anymore.
That's true. I'm really happy about the way this worked out, though. Like, we will all get 12 characters at endgame.
Yeah, it's perfect.
2 defense and a magic point on drunk. I am over the moon.
My level was less good, but still welcomed. Let's see, who's the next? Probably got to deal with these chumps. Definitely in range for the knight, so let's just have Chester sit. Jaha can move up, try and draw their fire. Xin goes over here.
That's what he's for.
Oh, okay, we'll be fighting 2 knights and an archer. Okay. That's...
Oh, hello, completely unnoticed spot of enemies who's now up in my grill. How you doing?
Fun. They pulled a villainous hello there.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, Sarah, heal thyself. We need you to stay alive. Level 6. Good, good, good. Defense point. We take that.
Dark Smoke, working his way my direction long before I'm comfortable with that type of behavior.
Not ideal. Oh, shit. Oh, God. I'm so glad I healed Sarah. Holy... I did not think she was in the knight's range. She's...
Sarah's gonna give this dude a little bop.
she's gonna be stuck only healing herself, though. This is not good.
Archer's knocked. Good night.
I wonder if this is disorienting to the viewers at all, where we're both kind of simultaneously commentating on 2 different runs.
I don't think so. I think whoever's watching you has your view in the primary, and whoever's watching me has my view in the primary. I could be mistaken. I only have one
Probably.
viewer currently, so I don't know who it is.
Yeah, my,
Island.
well, it might actually be me. I do have your stream open in another tab.
Oh,
Full
well,
disclosure.
we love that. I appreciate you lurking, homie.
I have had a couple lurkers here and there. Chat's been pretty dead, but I think most of my regulars are Central and East Coast, so a little late for them.
I also haven't reached a point in my career where I'm broadcasting this or announcing it, really.
Yeah.
So whoever catches me catches me.
Yeah, that's pretty
Wow.
much what I feel. And
Missed
also...
the attack and got counterattacked with you. Good job.
That's... oof.
That
Or wait,
hurt.
you did the dodge?
Nope.
Oh,
I did the missing and the getting counterattacked.
nice. Well, I did also want to say, I usually have a solid crew of people checking out my VODs, either on Twitch or on YouTube. If you're watching, thank you. I see you. Like I always say, I mean it, and I appreciate it.
Dude, I've watched, honestly, most of your Pokeboomer stream I've caught on YouTube. I feel bad that I don't catch it in real life, but it's been really entertaining to watch.
It's totally fine. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Are you current on it?
I'm pretty current. I watched you wipe the Elite Four yesterday.
Yeah.
That was not fun.
No. I think I lost a year of my life from the stress on that.
Yeah, that was a rough one.
Definitely a roller coaster of emotions.
Yeah, for sure.
But you know,
That being said, you gave it a whack, you gave Steel College try, and any time in that run that I watched where you fell short or like where you made a miscalculation, I couldn't really blame you for it. Like, you went in with, okay, maybe a little hubris, maybe a little overconfidence, but also, like,
just a tad.
not any more than the average casual Pokemon player, even more
Right.
than casual Pokemon player. So, yeah, I couldn't fault you for that at all.
Yeah.
I thought you did great. Honestly.
It has been a humbling experience because I thought I knew the Gen 2 games really well. And it turns out, Oh wait, the knight is at 1 HP. Sarah, send him to horny jail. delicious.
I hope I'm not moving Chester out to his team. I feel like I am. But I think I've done this well enough that I don't die. Yeah, Dark Smoke only does 7 damage. That's, oh well,
Ugh.
too drunk.
When it's an only 7 damage.
7 damage to drunk is fine, but that probably means like 12 damage to Slade, so I need to make sure.
Yeah. I feel like I can't advance or I'm going to activate the Dark Smoke, and we are not ready for that yet.
I proc too many enemies, so I'm about to get some people killed.
Well, that's... Oh god, Dark Smoke is advancing. Okay.
He hits drunk again. He doesn't kill Slade like he obviously could have.
Interesting. Is Drunk gonna be good, though?
Drunk's fine.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend my heal on him, not Slade, because nobody's attacking Slade. And obviously, if I lose Drunk, I lose 5 points. If I lose Slade, I lose 1 point. That's fine.
Wait. Oh, deaths are only -1?
Yes.
Oh! I have been... Crap, how many times has Chester died? Because I've been taking off 5 for him.
It'll show you when you check his character screen. So if that changes things...
It definitely will.
Okay.
Defeat 2.
Zin gets a double kill here. Outstanding.
So that means I lost 10 points when I actually should have lost 2. So I am 8 higher than I thought. So I'm at 29.
Okay. I was gonna say, like, you can't be that far back.
Yeah, I felt something was wrong, but I couldn't... Okay. Forgetting our own rules here. God damn.
The only death that's worth -5 is
the
Vimbert.
leader. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, I hate shield walling with Chester, but they're setting up to rush me, so I need all melee hands on deck as Sarah gets shot in the face. Nice.
I'm clearing this with a plum.
Nice. Mine is going pretty well. I'm about to proc a Dark Smoke before I'm ready for it, though, so I might have to do a fighting retreat here.
I thought the same, and then I just slapped him.
Alright.
It was fine.
Have you tried punching him in the face? Oh, that's Claws Kitty. Okay. Serves me right for wearing basketball shorts.
Clerk, let the clerk heal himself.
That's now canon. They're clerks.
Yeah, they're clerks. Dark clerk. Evil clerk.
Evil clerk. I
Clerk.
deal with evil clerks all the time in my day job. Oh, right, it's Sarah. Yeah, Sarah just got shot. Yeah. We heal the healer. So I'm gonna get a Dark Smoke and a Mage at the same time, which is not ideal, but I think I can work around that.
Let's see back up. Alright,
5 movement 6. 5. 6. Okay, yeah, let's back up just a little bit. Maybe I can open up on him.
Thank goodness.
Or I don't have time to adjust.
I the attack power to kill that guy, and he didn't.
Oh, Dark Smoke only hits Jaha for 3. We good.
Are you? Oh, well, Jaha's like your early game back.
Yeah. And I've been, you know, not shy about getting him kills, so it all tracks.
Slade gets the kill on the Dark Clerk. I probably should have let him live one more turn so he could heal longer, but whatever.
Okay, let us try and rush down the cool Dark Smoke dodges. Alright.
Oh. Thankfully, the dark smoke took 2 turns to move 1 turn's worth of spaces. So Sarah gets a free heal.
A bold choice on its part, to be sure. Alright, Blaze, you cannot dodge, you goddamn dark smoke. And it hits you for 7. Not bad.
Right. That's another unit type. The smokes, the ghosts. Weak to fire.
Makes video game sense?
It makes video game sense. It's fine.
Okay, I think Jaha kills the dark smoke here, if I'm lucky. Yes! Okay, fantastic. We killed that guy, well, that one with basically no trouble whatsoever. Love that.
The dark smoke by 7. And Slade. Unless he misses. Nicely done.
Perfect.
We take those.
Oh yeah. Alright. I can be a little more aggressive here, because now the mage is not going to be a threat. Yeah, alright, because it'll give you the kill, I guess. Oh, I totally forgot to... Well, whatever, we're still in the part where mostly everyone is free. But I forgot to do the thing I said I would, where I would display my team on stream. Oh well. I'll set it up for next time.
Yeah, same. I'm not really worried about that for right now. I have 1 viewer, and now I think it's you.
Probably.
Yeah, I'll set up a team window for next time. That's fine.
Also got heal level 2 on Sarah, that...
Heal 2 is super useful.
Yeah, I know, it lets you heal from a space away.
Yeah, for only 2 MP more.
Oh, is it only... I thought it was more than that for some reason.
No, it's only 5 MP, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay, that's not bad. Alright. At this point, let's go dumb and loud and engage that last smoke.
We need to play now, loud!
Okay. We sit Chester's useless equine rear on the 30% land effect.
My favorite. I love the cutscene that I'm in now and you're about to get. Where, like, Astral and the Minister just throw the main character. It looks so bad.
No, it's cinematic! It was good for the time! Maybe.
Also, how King Galam went from, like, old, frail, decrepit man into clearly possessed demon crazy person.
Oh, yeah. We love that for him. The glow up.
Well, it's provocative. It gets the people going.
Okay, and we blaze the dark smokes.
Drug! Help me!
Alright, this should be an easy kill for Vimbert. Maybe get me to level 10? Nope. Alright.
Not quite, but still a good finish.
Yeah,
Okay.
we take those. Man, all I'm saying is in Shining Force 1, the Princess of the Kingdom is like a badass mage who joins you. She ain't no damsel in distress.
Yeah, that's true. Saving of Battle Radiance, am I right? And if you save all your bonus XP, Astrid, Mist, and Elysia compete for MVP.
I guess, but like, man, that'd be rough. Thank you for the good luck, Shifty Sauce. I appreciate it. I think we're probably wrapping up pretty soon. Because it's getting a little late for me, but...
Yeah, I think so.
We'll certainly be continuing. Alas, neither of us really has the schedule to marathon the game. But so far, it's been going alright.
Yeah, no doubt. I could fit in one more battle if that were about, but we don't have to do that if your game forbid.
Yeah, I think I need to get to where I can save and then call it for the evening.
That sounds alright. We're a little overdue for what you already said was time. So.
Yeah, I was doing a little better than I thought. That's totally fine, Shifty. Appreciate you hanging out.
Yeah, we're doing great.
Throw Vimbert towards the light tubes. Whee! Oops, we lost our grip. He just kind of levitates up there. You can definitely get the sense of the Y-axis here.
Since you're right behind me, I'm gonna hold off until you get to where I am, and we can just rock through this last cutscene.
Okay.
We'll get to the next bit, and then the save point, and save together, and we can call it there. That's fine.
Sounds good. The jewels merge together, directly embedded in the flesh of Vimbert's throat. Because it's on his neck. Not a necklace. On his neck. Because this was Battle 7, right? We're almost at the end of Grand's Island?
We are at the end of Grand's Island.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That's how quick the early game goes.
Alright.
3 hours.
Not bad, not bad. They're like dragging the king out of there. They're like, hey kid, stop standing there.
Yeah, we've got one more battle where the first 5 units are free, and after that, it's Draft City.
Yep. Then the draft picks truly come online.
Until the Kraken. But the Kraken is a really interesting fight. Where I think it behooves us both to just kind of
cooperate.
Send Peter at it.
Oh, sure.
You're gonna lose so much more trying to beat every Kraken leg and Kraken arm than you are just trying to immediately send your birds at the head, kill the boss, and end the battle before it kills you.
That makes sense.
The Kraken arms do like 31 damage at a time when nobody in your party has 31 health.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It's I've played this game many times. There are 2 battles that stick out to me every time. The first one is the Kraken, and the second one is the chessboard. And the more fearsome one is the Kraken.
Interesting. I feel like none of the... You know, I know the first Shining Force a bit better. None of them are... Oh, bye, random guards. Sorry about your deaths. Insert Wilhelm scream here.
Dude, I straight up forgot to recruit Kiwi. Oh, I thought that was a quick chicken too.
Oh.
Oops.
Oh wait, do we just go straight onto the ship now?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I missed the power water, so.
Oh wait, can I still get it?
Maybe. It should be in that upper right barrel.
Oh, I still got it. Okay.
Very nice.
Holy crap. Thank you.
Yeah, I guess I say yes to leave port.
You can also still get the power water. You just can't get it until you come back.
Oh, in Act 4. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, we're in the lead. Here we go.
Set sail to the mainland. I like how Sir Astral's like, yeah, the king's talking crazy. Get the hell out of here. And everyone's like, you got it.
Yeah, right? He's like, yeah, fuck the king. You're the king's main advisor. We know that. The king sucks. Speaking of, while I was at work today, I watched the movie The King on Netflix with Timothy Chalamet and Robert Pattinson.
Okay.
Holy shit, was it good. Like, I already liked both of those actors. I've seen Timothy Chalamet be really good. He was so good in Beautiful Boy. He was really good in Dune. This role really sold me on him, as much as I already liked him.
Okay.
He plays King Henry V. A young, drunk roustabout who gets unexpectedly thrust onto the throne. And is then honor bound to represent it well. I have never, I'm already a fan of his and an admirer of his. I've never seen him deliver lines with such fury and conviction and passion. It was so good. Definitely check it out.
I will. Appreciate that. That's okay. Jaha needed a bath anyway.
Another classic SF2 line.
Jaha just gets dunked on. He's trying his best, man.
This poor guy, he's so good.
Oh, wait.
The new Grand Seal. The ship will be a good source of timber.
Yep. Oh. Well, the internet says we missed a mithril.
Oops. What? Which mithril was this?
I guess there's one, you can get in the castle that's exposed by the earthquake or something? Well.
Oh.
Well, whatever. We both missed it, so.
Okay, but we both also have an unarmed character. I have Gerholt and you have Claude, so...
True.
Equal scores are still equal. That's fine.
Yeah.
Drum, bring that plank above deck.
Use your separate sprite animation for carrying something that you absolutely have. Guess I'll go to North Cliff.
Thank you, boy.
Red Eye. Oh. Just I didn't drown! Oh, wait, Kiwi is there? What?
Wait, what?
Look, on my screen, Kiwi's there. I never bothered to recruit him, but he's just there.
I also didn't.
Huh. I am watching your POV with some interest, then.
Okay, so is he... No, he's not there. It's fine.
Wait, he's not there?
No, he's not in your group. He is there in the cutscene. He's there for my screen too.
Oh,
Only
okay.
because they didn't deprogram him out of the cutscene.
Oh, okay.
He's not there in your group.
Oh, yep, the battle just started. Okay. So I guess we just do a save and quit out of here?
Yeah. So, since you haven't used an egress, right?
Correct.
I also have not used an egress. This is battle number 8.
Double egress.
This is our last chance to use an egress, and the one we want to utilize it on. I believe this is a route map, but if I'm wrong, it's a kill this goblin map. If there's a boss on this map, it's this guy.
Makes sense.
So
Alright.
Get all the way through it, and then retrieve, and then do that one more time.
Okay. Well. Yes, that is it for today, Witch.
And don't forget, this is also the last map where you are free to use Chester
Yep, Kazin.
and Kazin. You got Sarah and got Hyde.
Yep.
That's so good.
Yep, it's real solid.
Alright, well, we'll pick this up again, I expect, in about a week.
Yep, probably about the same time. Eventually, I think I mentioned this when you were taking one of your breaks. We will have a time that's a little more convenient for us both that we've talked about.
Yeah, it's coming soon.
Won't be quite as late.
Alright, well, thank you so much for tuning into Drunk Emblem and Vimbert.
Yeah.
Playing Shining Force 2. This has been a great time for us both, I'm sure. But...
It has, and I look forward to more. Thank you all for joining us. If you're watching our VODs, we see you. We appreciate you.
Alright. Signing off. Thanks so much.
I'm Vimbert, and I'll see you around those internets.